All right, let's do a cheers to the Sobeys and Safe with Liquid Beer Review podcast.
We ride again.
I love you guys.
Careful, that cake's hot.
Check-in, come on, let's go. It's the AM Nasty Big Hello. It's not static, AM radio. It's the Play Alberta Nielson Show. Let's go. Everybody tuning in, even my wife.
Mommy likes too.
And those Macromala intros are cutting like a knife. Hey, it's Mitch texting in, he's your dealer for life. The cracker 6 o'clock and lager with some sirloin bites.
The Nasty Bash was awesome, so let's remember it with this song. The EST on Corey B, tattoo still looking strong. 6:30 wasn't working, so old Smash said so long. AM Nasty C and Frazier yelling, turn your headlights on. 1, here comes the 2 to the 3 to the 4. Tommy met a new girl heading out the door. No homology stripping, his shirt just hit the floor. Oh my, good lord. Someone poured me birdie booze on a shot ski. Now you know Reed Wilkins was a mystery. X-Ray J's pants got a little pissy. Everybody at the bash was a nasty. Everybody at the bash was a nasty. Everybody at the bash was a nasty. 6 o'clockers right and left, let me pour it on your head. Moment we won't soon forget. Hey Norm, Fergie's backpacks let us in. Made the last table again, rode it out till 2 a.m. Oh Lord. 1, here comes the 2 to the 3 to the 4. Tommy met a new girl heading out the door.
6:08 on a Monday morning. What's up, everybody? It is the Nielson Show. Dustin Nielson, Lieutenant Eric, YouTube Trev, with you this morning. Good morning, Rick. How are you, buddy?
Great hat.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm a full-blown Sixers fan now. I ordered this thing immediately on Friday. I wanted it to arrive in time for the Nasty Bash just to get the reaction of everybody. And then it showed up. I got to the Nasty Bash, and Tammy texted me. She goes, your hat just got here. I was like, oh, I was waiting all day for it.
She could have drove it over.
That would have been nice. That would have been nice.
Well,
yeah. When I got over the Nasty Bash, I woke her up, and I said, hey, you should have drove the hat to me. Have a good sleep.
by the way, where is it?
Then I went to bed.
What next though? Like jersey, pants?
Oh yeah, hoodie.
Shoe, like you got
hoodie,
your hoodie,
t-shirt.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'll be wearing the whole thing. Hopefully tearaways. I've told you, you know this. I'm a longtime Sixers fan.
Yeah, I know.
I am. I love.
Not a lot of people know though. You've been
yeah.
like it's a.
I love what we've done in the offseason, going out and getting Jaylen Brown, and then getting LeBron James to go with Tyrese Maxey and Joel Embiid, VJ Edgecombe.
Building a winner.
Bench with Anthony Simons and Dean Wade. No big deal. Oh man, I love the decision. I think it's great. We're gonna get into that as we work our way through the show.
No Warriors, no Cavs, no Heat.
No, look, man, there was a lot of fairy tale endings that he could have. But you know what he did? He decided to keep trying to win. He could have easily retired for a couple of years, come back and played for a non-relevant franchise and done a couple of years that everybody wants to try to forget. But that's not who he is. He's all about winning. Always has been. So he's found a very good landing
And
spot.
to deliver in Philly?
Oh, God.
Of all like that, that would
you
add
will
on
be, you
to-
will be.
Yeah.
I mean, that's if you deliver a championship to the 76ers, who have not won since '83,
Yeah.
and a fan base that basically hates everything,
Yeah.
that would be huge. Like, that would be absolutely huge. So we got other things to discuss, but I am going to discuss that quite a bit today. Feel free to chime in, 780-218-9999, 780-218-9999. Jimmy Otex in and says, I've been a longtime 76ers fan since the 26th, which was
all the way back,
the
yeah.
weekend. So, yeah, that's good. All right, 780-218-9999, 780-218-9999. Colin the Amishman says, I've always called Tammy a saint, but I might have to change my mind after this hat decision. Exactly.
Yeah.
Imagine how cool it would have been if she walked into the Nasty Bash with my Sixers hat, gave it to me, and turned around and walked out.
Instead.
That would have been, yeah. Instead, I had to sit there. What hat did I wear? I wore my beautiful Edmonton Sports Talk hat. Unbelievable. Anyway, it was a good time. Nasty Bash delivers once again. Bunch of new faces. A conch for all the noobs who came out to the Nasty Bash. That was a riot. I thought that was good. I totally missed the storm, which is unbelievable to think. But I did. I was having such a good time inside that I was outside on the patio earlier in the night. But once we came in and did the baptism, conch for Corey B. Of course, Corey B was going to be baptized. If he was there, he was always the choice. He's got Reed Wilkins' face tattooed on his shin. It would have been disrespectful if I chose anybody else. And I had a good short list of about 5 people.
Yeah.
I was very much considering, but when I saw Corey B there, I was like, oh, it's done. It's over. It's Corey B.
Reed and the station shield.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he's got the big, huge station logo and then Reed Wilkins' face on his shin. Now he's officially baptized. He's also a beauty lister. So shout out to Corey B. It was a good time. But I totally missed the storm. I don't even know if it hit. Like, I didn't even know it.
Us.
Yeah, I didn't even know it hit the rugby club. Did it?
It did. Not as much as in the city.
Not as much as it hit my house.
That's just it. Yeah. Hell of a view, though. You had the nice field, and everything. You could see it all kind of coming in, and the shelf.
It's a shelf cloud.
Shelf, yeah. Nolan from St. Albert and I were talking weather.
I learned a lot about shelf clouds over the weekend.
Oh, yeah. As you should. Yeah, that
Yeah.
was. But we didn't get it. Yeah, it was something, but it wasn't. So.
Highlight of the Nasty Bash for you, LT.
Oh, boy. Probably seeing a Teef. Double. There was a double weekend, Friday night and Saturday night. Couldn't believe my luck.
Man, you are lucky.
What a lucky boy.
Atif, you should write a song about your double weekend with LTE.
Yeah, and send it to him.
No, don't send it to me. Send it to Eric. That's where you should send
He
it.
doesn't have my number.
Trev, highlight of the Nasty Bash for you.
Highlight. Just seeing everyone. Just seeing everyone. The new faces. You know what I will say? Shout out to Melissa. Had a good heart to heart with her. One of the twins.
One of the twins.
Yeah. So shout out to her. I'm not gonna lie. Near the end of the night, I stopped remembering names. It was a little fuzzy. It still
It
is.
was just so many people. It's understandable.
people.
A lot of talking.
I'm just glad you took it easy.
Yeah, I did.
Remember all last week? Oh, I'm going to
Good
take it
job.
easy. I'm gonna take it
thank
easy. Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Great job.
I kind of. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. I kind of.
You didn't blow the night.
No, I didn't.
I'll say this. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of you guys.
Yeah, but I'm more proud of you.
You didn't suck.
I am proud of you, my man.
No, you guys
I'm
are the
proud of
best. I love you guys. I'm so proud of all of us, honestly.
Love you too.
It was the best.
6 o'clockers were flowing like crazy.
Oh, yeah.
It was a good time. So here's what happened though. So great time, having a fun time. I get home. I pre-ordered that pizza, remember? Didn't I tell you?
smart.
I told you this.
I don't know.
So Tam and the kids were having pizza for dinner. And I said, hey, order daddy a small meat lovers. And then when I come home, I'll have a full pizza waiting for me after the Nasty Bash. Probably the most veteran Nasty Bash move I've ever made in my entire life. So I get home, heat up this pizza. I'm in the basement I'm rewatching Suits right now. I love Suits. Rachel on Suits is like an all-time crush for me. Anyway, I'm watching Suits, eating pizza, having a good time. It's like 2:45. I'm going to sleep in the basement so I don't wake everybody up upstairs. Walk into the basement bedroom, and I feel my socks are wet. And I'm like, wait a second.
No.
Turn on the light, and the basement bedroom Like the storm somehow blew water through a closed window. And there's mud all over the windowsill. And the whole room wasn't flooded, but there was about a quarter of an inch of water in like 3/4 of it. So there I am, post Nasty Bash. I sneak upstairs. I grab like 6 towels. There's 2 queen mattresses in this room. So I've pushed them up against the wall. They're soaked. I'm soaking up all this water. Finally got as much of it dried as I could, threw one of the mattresses down and went to sleep. It spent about a half hour trying. I still don't know how it came through. It was like a mystery flood.
Yeah, that's
like the
weird.
window. I'm at the window and I'm like pushing it. I'm like, this window is closed.
Damn.
How did this water get through? It was nuts.
That is nuts.
So anyway, yeah, that's how I finished up my night.
Should have woke up Tammy.
Damn.
Hey, the basement's.
Damn, the basement flooded.
I'm trying to sleep down there.
Well, this is how
Keeps
good she
waking
is.
me up.
The next day, so I wake up. We're going to the Riverhawks game. I get up. I go upstairs. I say, hey, the basement like partially flooded in the one room last night. And she goes, what? You should have woken me up.
Oh.
I was just like,
That's a
What a
trap.
saint.
It's a
I
trap.
know. Yeah, come on. It's a trap. I'm going to wake you up. Anyway, it's all good now. It didn't there's a couple of hockey card boxes. The bottom got a little damaged, but outside of that, we've cleaned it all up.
Space heater's humming.
But I'm looking, actually, I do have the space heater going. Yeah, I've got the mattresses up against the wall, and I got a space heater just humming along.
Running along, yeah.
Yeah, it's humming along. So it's going pretty well. But that's how my Nasty Bash ended.
Oh, yeah.
So we will have a Nasty Bash song. I got some ideas. Flowing. I was trying to make notes throughout the night as well. Hawk said he's going to put together a Nasty Bash song as well, and we're going to have like rival Nasty Bash songs.
Boy.
Cool.
So yeah, it should be a lot of fun. But it was a good time. Congrats to everybody. Thank you very much for coming out. It was a fun time, and I have to say I think we're going to do it again next year.
We'll at least be allowed back, though. I mean, there was nothing bad. Everything came out of this. Fergie's prostate and I reconvened the next morning.
Oh, yeah. I think
everybody was well
everybody
behaved.
was happy.
There was
Nice.
no bad stuff, so pat yourself on the back.
No, there never is.
No.
Like, there's never anything bad that really happens at most of our stuff.
Something on the floor last year or whatever. But anyway,
Was that a real thing?
A bathroom incident. Yeah, it was real.
Okay.
rumor has it.
Yeah. Anyway, it was good. Hernan did his first red wine summit at the Nasty Bash.
Hell yeah.
Myself and Hernan had a glass of red with Pender's Pancakes, who was the chosen one
In the
by
private
Hernan
room.
Salas. It was just out in the regular room. But I enjoyed the glass of red.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I really liked it.
Nice.
It was a lot of fun.
You guys should go down to one of the lockers next year. Like go down into one of the change, like down in the
that would be
bowels of
fun.
the. Yeah,
Pretend
you
we're
can really
rugby
quiet.
guys.
Yeah.
Had the chicken tendies and fries. Have to say they're actually pretty good, but
Yeah.
there was no fish,
Yeah,
which is going to be written into the song. Must be a shortage on fish sticks right now.
No, they weren't even sticks. It was like a good piece of fish. But the problem was,
But a
promoting
number of
this as
people
long
were
as
like,
we have-
"There's no fish."
Well, I know, but it's like my fault. I didn't cancel it.
I know people were telling you, weren't they?
Well, yeah.
Eric, there's no fish.
Where's the fish? Hey, I don't work here. Like, just saying it was good. Now they've taken off the menu. I mean,
Anyway, I thought maybe it was just me, but I thought the tendies were really good. And I just
it was
might
a fair
have sucked
substitute.
into
The
it. I had
fries
a couple
are good.
drinks.
Fries are really good. The batter they use on that.
Fries were really good. Yeah, like a nice
batter.
crispy
Yeah, good
outside
batter.
batter. It reminded me actually of my favorite fries, which are Mr. Mike's fries. Like a nice, thick but light batter on the outside of those fries. It was good. Anyway, it was a good time. We'll do a Nasty Bash. Oh, next year's a big one because it's the 5th one.
Oh, yeah.
Nasty Bash V. Like, everybody will be very excited for it. So it was. It's always tough to top the previous one. But we'll see how it goes. All right, let's get into it. We'll lay the show out here for you in 1 second. Nielsen Show today and every day brought to you by the fine folks over at Weiss Johnson.
Weiss Johnson, whoa.
Did you get home from the Nasty Bash and there was a little mini flood in your basement and you were so mad having to clean it up that you went to the store, bought a shotgun, came back and shot your furnace with a shotgun? Well, you should get a new Train furnace right now. 15% off any additional mechanical system if you do it at the same time. Toss in the air conditioner, the heat pump, the hot water tank, garage heater. 15% off plus no interest for 24 months. Visit wjsportstalk.com and book an estimate today. You can text us anytime. Get you right into the old Paris Jewelers inbox. 780-218-9999. 780-218-9999. Shop in store. West Edmonton Mall, Kingsway, Londonderry, Sherwood Park Mall, St. Albert Center. Online at parisjewelers.com. They're Canadian. They are family owned. I'm sure many of you probably have some stories about the storm. Tam said the upstairs windows were shaking like crazy. Marshall was like freaked out. He came into the bed, laid with her for a bit. Muzz was passed out. She didn't wake up. She slept through the entire thing. Everybody was at the concert. I'm glad everybody was safe. Looked nasty there. Trev, you went to the concert Friday night. How was that? How was Posty, as they say?
It was honestly, it was so cool, man. It really, really was. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I was sitting right beside Benny. Him and I were just vibing. I was standing up the whole time, man, and I sang every single song. It was,
what?
Yeah, man.
No way.
But I tell you what, though, my favorite part was just I'd look to my left and I'd see Zach. He had his hands up and his eyes were just closed and he was just feeling the music. It was so funny to see. But he also had like earplugs in. So Benny and I were going to bring that up to Zach, why he had earplugs in at the concert.
Zach had earplugs in?
Yeah.
Well, I probably just, you know what? Zach is sensitive to sound.
Okay.
Because I saw him, I think it was on Twitter or somewhere. Somebody said that the Odyssey, the movie, which I do want to go see, somebody said the Odyssey was just too loud. And I saw Zach reply and say, I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Okay.
So Zach must have sensitive. Now, I wish he would have been wearing full earmuffs like a baby. That would have been hilarious.
Funny.
That would have been funny. But it was a good time.
Oh, the best time.
Excellent. I love hearing that.
Life-changing.
Yeah.
Like I woke up the next day feeling like $1 million.
It's one of the best weekends of your entire life.
Yes.
And this is after
The best weekend
of your entire life. It's the summer of Trev.
Yeah, man.
Summer of Trev. By Labor Day, he's going to be doing the splits on the desk. I mean, incredible stuff. Ian texts in and says, a conch to both Hernan and YTT breaking their drinking limits for the Nasties. What a night for my wife and I at our first bash. On to the Esties. Let's go. Yes. The Esties are the exact opposite of the Nasty Bash until we get to the after party at Hudson's.
Yeah.
The Esties are a black tie event. It's going to be a phenomenal time. Mid-September. Can't remember the date off the top of my head. But it's going to be a great time. So please make plans to join us at the Esties, the Edmonton Sports Talk Award Show. Should be an absolute riot. All right. If you need a conch this morning, 780-218-9999. I'm going to lay the show out for you. It's a Monday. We actually have a pretty busy one that we want to get to. Look at Mr. Noons, 1976 over the Nasty Chat. Says, Dusty with the new LeBron hat. I appreciate your loyalty. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, exactly. Rip City Step says, Dusty's leaving out that he was supposed to bring honey dill sauce for all the half of the bash, but kept all 3 jars from Christian Winnipeg for himself. I forgot them in my bag. They were in my bag because I checked my bag so I could bring the jars of honeydew home, but they're in my bag. It was an honest mistake. I am not hoarding 3 jars of honeydew for myself.
You're not hoarding.
I will say this, the honeydew with those tendies would have been the smash hit of the party. That's my bad. Morning announcements coming up. Off-season? What off-season?
What off-season?
We made some announcements at the Nasty Bash about our Oilers programming, so we're going to dive into that just after 6:30 for everybody who missed it. The good, bad, and ugly from the weekend. There's lots to get to there. We'll go there before 7 o'clock. Alan Miller, he's the general manager of Hockey Canada's Program of Excellence. Alinka Gretzky is a week away. They've got their camp roster. We're going to talk about DuPont. We're going to talk about Joseph. We're going to talk about Liam Pugh and Maddox Schultz. That's going to happen just after 7 o'clock. Play Alberta Early Bird Bet of the Day. Chris Streveler will join us on the Firehouse Subs hotline. That's a good for the Italian Center. We'll go there around 7:45. Kind of easy trivia. 3 questions too many. Gager on the Firehouse Subs hotline as well. He'll be by around 8:30. We'll be talking F1. Gager was coaching youth hockey over the weekend, so we'll get into that with Gager a little bit. And then the wrap for William Huff. 6 o'clock hour of the Nielson Show, as always, brought to you by our partners at Ewell.
Ewell, your partner in power.
6 o'clock hour brought to you by Ewell. They're your power play specialists. They've got the gear you need for your next electrical project with 3 Edmonton area locations. You can order online anytime at ewell.ca. Ewell, your Edmonton-based partner in power and source for all things electrical. Just making sure I discussed everything from the Nasty Bash so far. By the way, Fergie stayed to the very end. Mm-hmm. Now, he also made us leave earlier than last year.
It wasn't that late anyways. It's
no, yeah. What's up with this 12:45 last call? I was furious. I was yelling at Fergie. I said, what is this? I go out like 3 times a year, and you're shutting us down? Hey, we were there till after 1, but it felt earlier than usual.
Could have been later.
Fergie, I will give Fergie love here. The TV worked for the entire Argos-Lions game.
Yeah, that's fine.
So that was...
But no fish supper.
The no fish supper.
He does one thing right, and then 2 other things, like not staying late enough and no fish supper.
Rip City Step in the chat says, Nasty Bash going to win controversy of the year with the lack of fish at the Estes. Poor Fergie.
Oh, and RCN, unlike the microphone as well. There's another one you can put on the list.
Yeah, the microphone was in and out. It worked
a
little bit later on, but yeah, the microphone was a little sketchy. We still love you, Fergie, but he told me at the bash, he goes, there's going to be some good things, but I know there's going to be some things you're going to chirp me about that I'm going to have to chirp back in on Monday. I thought Fergie as a host did a wonderful job outside of not ordering fish.
Yeah, and not organizing a properly run meat draw when half the people are outside.
Meat draw.
There's a lot of things that he
I
could
got to
probably...
make a note about meat draw.
Lots to improve
But you
upon.
won the burgers in the meat draw.
I won one of the, and it was just by chance. I walked into the room and he's drawing tickets, and
you had one of them.
And my number gets pulled. But yeah,
that's nice.
Box of burgers.
All right, let's dive into your morning announcements here. Morning announcements every Monday brought to you by the Rundle Park Short Course with affordable rates for juniors, seniors, and adults. The walkable par 58 is a great family-friendly atmosphere. Perfect for all skill levels, but ideal for shorter hitters and those who are just learning the game. Snag a smash burger at Shorty's after the round. Check them out on Instagram at Rundle Park SC. I think Garrett there was on the VIP golf show with Murray McCourt yesterday. I think Carius was in on that show again. My office was all messed with. It was like the little gremlin in there. And I was like, what was going on? Was somebody in my office over the weekend?
Yeah.
But Carius likes to mess with me. And I think he moved a bunch of stuff around in my office. So that's got to be it. If not, I don't know what else would have happened there. So, all right. Riverhawks yesterday was at the game. They announced over 8,000 and over 140,000. I think it was 142,000 for the year, which is the 4th straight year they set the attendance record in the league. They ended up picking up the win.
Sweep.
You know what? So against Kelowna.
Yeah.
So you get there, and I was looking, it was like supposed to be 23 degrees. I was like, oh, it's not going to be that hot at all.
Perfect.
And then
day.
you get there, and you're sitting there, and it got up to like 26, 27. It was a scorcher. The first inning took like 40 minutes. And I'm sitting there, let's just say it this way, the day after the Nasty Bash. I will add this. It was my favorite Riverhawks game ever. More on that during the Good, Bad, and Ugly. But the man, the myth, the legend, Bruce Simpson, William Huff, texts me. And he goes, hey, are you guys here? I said, yeah, we're here. He goes, well, let me know if you want to slide down to the suite to cool down. I'll send you 4 suite tickets. I was like, oh my God. So we ended up going down and chilling in the suite with his family the rest of the game, featuring ice cream sandwiches. And the ice cream sandwich, have you had the ice cream sandwich at the Riverhawks game? This is incredible. It's like hard ice cream smashed and like made on site right there.
Yeah.
Hard ice cream smashed between 2 chocolate chip cookies. Unbelievable. And it hit hard yesterday.
That's the ticket.
That was really good. That was really good. Another great weekend in the Canadian Football League. Biggest story from the CFL this weekend. And we're going to get into it with Streveler around 7:35 today, but what was your biggest story from the weekend?
Well, it's still the Elks. And that dates back to Thursday. It seems like an eternity ago with whatever happened throughout the weekend, both in football
Our Friday
and
night
whatever.
game was excellent, too.
Friday night game was good, and you and I chatted briefly about that. We did go into that game on Friday, J-Mo and I, saying Calgary's probably better than 2-4, and Winnipeg's probably worse than 4-2.
Yeah.
Didn't expect a 50 burger, though.
No.
Now, again.
Their second one of the season.
Yeah. So the Stamps, we all know who they are. We had the Argonauts Lions going on at the Bash. Chad Kelly, also, I mean, that's a story as well, going down with a bit of an injury issue there. And then Montreal, I mean, credit to Hamilton's defense and Trey Ford, but ultimately the Alouettes finding a way to win, 14 fourth quarter points. But again, I go back to the start of the week in the story, best in the West matchup, hell of a matchup, and he lived up to it, and hopefully we get half of that at least Saturday at 5.
I am very excited to be here for that game, man. I am pumped. I'm going to Ottawa to do Friday Night Football, and then flying home first thing Saturday morning to get there for this game. What's the forecast look like? It doesn't matter. You should be at this game. Who cares?
I think it's going to be nice. Like not blisteringly hot. Here we go. Saturday. Oh, well.
What?
Sunny and 29. So
Sunny and 29?
Yeah.
Well, you've got a great app. My stupid app says it's going to be like 24 and a chance of a storm.
Every forecast is a little different. So you can
we're
work
going
on
with
the
this one.
average there. Yeah,
29 and sunshine on Saturday.
No rain.
If the Elks were to win on Saturday, full-blown driver's seat for first place in the West.
Oh, yeah. You've got the...
they would go to 7-1.
Yeah, and you've got 2 over the Roughriders, in which you'd play them again at the last game.
And
of the
you'd
season,
already have the tiebreaker anyway.
Yeah.
And the Riders would go to 4-3, and you'd be at 7-1.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm not going to say it locks up the division because there's a long way to go. But if they can win on Saturday, they basically have to be like 500 the rest of the year to win the division.
And you know what? Here's the thing we said, too. Riders, then Alouettes over these next 3 games. I mean, if you can come out of that 6-3, you'd be very, very happy. They're 6-1 right now.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's okay, but if you were to lose the next 2, you're still 6-3.
You're still 6-3.
You're still sitting pretty good.
And you would at worst be tied for first in the division with the Riders.
Yeah.
So a huge game on Saturday. Hoping we can get 25,000 plus at Commonwealth. It's gonna be absolutely incredible. So make some plans. If you're not going out of town for the long weekend, I would suggest making plans to swing by the EST tailgate around 3:30 on Saturday and then settle in for the game on Saturday at 5 o'clock. And if you can't make it for some reason, then I will have the call for you on TSN. All right, we got off-season. What off-season coming up just after 6:30, and the good, bad, and ugly from the weekend. And as I said earlier, a little bit of a tease there, but best Riverhawks game I've ever been to. I'll tell you why during the good, bad, and the ugly. If you were listening over on 95.7 this morning, please tell your friends that the Nielson Show is on the FM dial, static-free, all morning long. Shout out to part of the Paramount Flooring team that made it to the Nasty Bash on Saturday night. Was a good time. If you are listening online, we do have a sports update brought to you by Paramount Flooring. Are you ready to treat your feet? Visit them in store at 10707 184th Street on the West End or online at ParamountFlooring.ca.
14 fourth quarter points from the Alouettes would see Montreal defeat Hamilton 31-18 to wrap up Week 8 in the CFL. Travis Teese, a touchdown and 156 yards on the ground for the Owls. Week 9 will kick off Thursday from Winnipeg between the Bombers and Lions. The Elks welcome in the Roughriders Saturday at 5. Blue Jays dropping the rubber match yesterday, 6-1 to the Red Sox out in Boston. They'll remain on the road and visit Washington tonight. 4:45 first pitch. Max Scherzer getting the start coming off the IL. Jays 5.5 games back of a wild card spot with the trade deadline set for next Monday. Riverhawks completing the sweep of the Falcons yesterday for a Remax 12 9-year final. Hawks will round out the regular season schedule with 9 on the road starting Tuesday in Kamloops. They'll then head to Kelowna and finish things up in Bellingham. Don't miss the Edmonton Riverhawks Community Foundation Field of Dreams Festival, August 22nd. It's a Saturday down at Remax Field. You can catch stories from former Jay and Trapper Devon White, try your luck in the batting cage, and learn how to throw a curveball from the pros. Proceeds from the festival go towards helping more local kids play the game they love. You can get your tickets for the Field of Dreams Festival at riverhawksfoundation.ca. Stingers with a 189 victory over the Surge down at the Expo Center yesterday to improve to 9-13. They will round out the regular season with a pair of home games Friday against Saskatoon and Sunday against Ottawa. Stingers 4th in the West, 2 games up on Calgary for the final playoff spot. In only his 3rd start as a professional, Jackson Koivu with a 3-stroke victory. He'd hold off Scotty Scheffler to capture the 3M Open. PGA Tour continues with the Rocket Classic from Detroit this coming weekend. And Lando Norris snapped an 8-month drought, winning the Hungarian Grand Prix with Max Verstappen and Kimi Antonelli rounding out the podium. Action will pick up with the Dutch Grand Prix from Zandvoort in late August. Sports update brought to you by Paramount Flooring. where they're expecting changes in Edmonton this offseason, but they're talking about your flooring. Paramount Flooring, bringing over 30 years of trusted service and expert installation with a flooring lineup homeowners actually want. No permission needed to contact us. Visit our showroom open 7 days a week or online at paramountflooring.ca.
It's such a special day. Bagpipes fired up and the nasty bash is underway. And we know that there's a special place where all the AM nasties can party for just a single day. We are just living the dream since leaving 1260. Beers at Fergie's place with that trash TV. The Elks did make us proud, and boy, it caused a scene. Cash J's play of the day, and everybody screamed, oh, it just have begun. All the boys and girls, nasty bash at the club. Oh, mama, we're just having fun. Trev's dancing with wheels. It's where we belong down at Fergie's Rugby Club. We're gonna keep on bashing at Fergie's Rugby Club. We'll be two-step dancing over on the hardwood. We're gonna keep on bashing at Fergie's Rugby Club. Fergie's Rugby Club. Fireball shots and Corey B's wife's on the floor. Atif's stuck in the bathroom and Tony changing beds outside the door. Big uke and a 6 o'clocker can. Dusty pours it on his head. Now he's a made man. Nelson had a crazy dream. Honey dill for him to eat. Christian from Winnipeg, you've been too good to he. Trev's grandma won't be proud, 'cause in his car he'd sleep. Tommy sees another girl, you know he's gonna scream. Oh, we just have begun. All the boys and girls, nasty bash at the club. Oh, mama, we're just having fun. Trev's dancing with wheels. It's where we belong down at
6:37 on 95.7 Cruise FM, on YouTube, on TuneIn Radio, on iHeartRadio, at EdmontonSportsTalk.com as well. We're coming at you from the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen studio this morning. And of course, all of Edmonton Sports Talk is brought to you by the crew over at Play Alberta. Are you ready to raise the stakes at Play Alberta? Bigger bets and buy-ins are now available for nearly all live dealer games, from blackjack to baccarat. Your favorite tables are waiting to deal you in. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, use your game sense. I was just adding in no fish at Nasty Bash on the list of controversies of the year, one of which will be awarded the controversy of the year at the Estes coming up in September. I see Rob from the Grove says, Fergie said they conveniently removed the fish from the menu on Friday before the Nasty Bash. What's that all about? Interesting.
I do like, I mean, so he's getting an award from this now? If you know what I'm saying?
I do like the idea of Fergie going up to accept an Esty for not having fish at the Nasty Bash.
Institutes the canceling of the fish to win an Esty.
Okay, a couple of other controversies that are on the list. I just brought up the Estes doc here. The very top controversy, like the first one we put in this year, Jasmine winning controversy of the year for something that wasn't even controversial, just mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Last year she won it. It was like, that's not controversial. Everybody agrees it's mean.
Yeah, and again, she's up there being like, yeah, I won.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Here's some other ones I forgot about throughout the year. This is why we have the Google Doc. Dusty gets only enough pizza, not the appropriate amount. Hashtag Pizzagate. That was a big thing for a while there. Yeah. Here's another one. Awanik threatens to cancel the Estes, our beloved and joyous awards show, at the staff meeting on October 15th.
That was good.
Remember we're sitting there
He did
like 3 weeks after the Estes and goes, if we don't start tracking things better, I'm going to cancel the Estes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're not canceling the Estes. So now we've got everything tracked.
Picked it up.
Yeah. Nielson, Awanik, and Jay arguing about who's to blame for draft drama. November 24th on the Hangout. We have a draft in August, by the way. The draft of on-screen death scenes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Awanic sabotages lock shop power on December 9th. Zach attempts to sway Estes voting.
Just in general.
Hashtag vote for LTE.
Still
We still don't know who did that.
Still out there.
We still don't know who was the guy who was in the chat always saying hashtag vote for LTE. The great South Side debate. What is actually the South Side of Edmonton?
Actually,
that was a good one.
That was pretty good.
Reed traveling on the Reed Wilkins show when he was doing that video. Remember he did that dunk and they're like, it was a travel. He's like, it wasn't a travel. That was a big one.
yeah.
And then no fish at the Nasty Bash. There's some other ones mixed in here, but it's going to be interesting. Can't wait for the Estes. Should be a pretty good time. All right, let's get into off-season. What off-season?
You don't need a reason to keep people pleasing. Treason, reason, keys and sneezing. It's off season. What off season? 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 It's off season. What off season?
All right, off-season, what off-season? Brought to you by the great crew over at GCL Diesel. These guys are the best. Providers of the best diesel engine components around, from turbochargers to injectors, fuel pumps to sensors. They're the critical engine component experts, proud to serve Edmonton and Northern Alberta for over 50 years. I see Penner's Pancakes, a member of the
drafts.
Red Wine Summit, says you need another chore draft as well. Well, I have to tell you, Penners, as Eric told you in the chat, you're in luck. Chore draft tonight. It's our summer staff meeting tonight because it's one of the few days like everybody's here. So
is there not going out and buying you guys like jackets for this? Like if you're part of the red white, like you get a jacket now and you got to wear the jacket every year.
That's a great idea.
Like, I think
that's a great. It requires some effort.
Yeah,
but it's a pretty good idea.
Some cost, but I mean, I'm sure
I do like that. I do like that.
But yeah, chore draft tonight. Yeah,
chore draft will be live tonight around hopefully 7:00, if not a little bit earlier.
And the draft lottery about 10 minutes prior.
10 minutes prior, we'll be doing the draft lottery in the office, and we'll all pick a number, and then Zach will go, is this a 6 or a 9? I can't tell. And then we'll get into it. Like
that was me.
Speaking of
was that you? That was you.
Put that in the folder.
Yeah, the whole 6 or 9 thing. Now when I put the numbers in the hat, I have to put a line under it. So we all know.
And a slash through the 0.
Yeah. So anyway, we will have a chore. If you listen on the radio, I'm like, what the hell are you guys talking about? And whenever we usually have like a staff meeting every couple of months. And then we do a chore draft to draft what your chore is around. I will also be awarding $100 tonight.
A crisp brown.
To the top chore guy. Woo-hoo. So I've been keeping tabs on stuff. And Trev was in a free spot, so you're totally out of it. I'll say this. You've done a great job with your free spot.
Thank you.
You've really chilled.
Glue Guy and Reed, they still haven't used their $100 that they won last.
No, they gave it back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna maybe save it up and eventually get them a new vacuum.
Oh, okay.
But I've got another 100 ready to go.
Yeah, but you're not now expected to like. I don't think so.
No, you can keep it if you want.
Yeah.
You can keep it if you want. But just saying, the last two guys gave it back. I would totally keep it if I was you guys.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, we give awarding $100 tonight. A little $100 chore bonus. And then we'll be doing live chore draft tonight, which is always pretty fun. The first chore draft is actually one of like the 50 different things that's in the mix for episode of the year.
And I'm just saying the supper we have tonight, wherever it's from, we could eat it off those toilets.
Oh, I don't think you can make a case for your chore to be. That's looking sketchy now. Now, if I choose you, people are going to be like, Eric was sitting there on the show.
I'm just saying people have been talking.
I'm going to add it to the controversy of the year thing. Eric makes plea for $100 chore bonus.
Pushes hard for...
all right, off-season, what off-season?
You pay me $100, I'll eat my supper off the toilet tonight.
Really?
Think of the numbers.
Abutsky says, will the chore draft be live streamed? Yes, it will. Yes, it will. The chore draft will be live streamed. Big Uke says, I'm glad that Dom picked Penner's Pancakes for the wine summit. Oh, that's funny too. That's funny too. All right, so we did make some announcements at the Nasty Bash with some of our Oilers programming, and figured we might as well lay it out for everybody who didn't get to the Nasty Bash. Yeah. It's a nice way to tie it into off-season, what off-season. So this will all be starting, obviously pre and post for the Oilers season, and then the Oil Stream editions that we're making will be starting officially after Labor Day as we get into September and things start to ramp up for an Oilers season that begins at the end of September this year. So we're going to be very excited about that. Well, this one was a little bittersweet. I will say that. So we had two guys and a goalie every Tuesday and Thursday for a long time. Myself, Matt Cassie, and Joaquin Gage started as just only a podcast 6 or 7 years ago. And it started actually in Little Brick and was a part of the Nation Network. And then when the pandemic hit, the Nation Network was dropping a bunch of stuff off. They didn't want to carry a lot of stuff. And so I said, well, I'm going to keep this going and keep it alive myself. So Cass and Gage and I kept it going with Hernan at the time.
Yeah.
All through the pandemic. It was a great time. But then, Cass gets an opportunity for some off-air work around the team. So he leaves, and it's just not the same without Cass.
It's in the name.
Well, yeah, exactly. So what we are doing is starting after Labor Day, we are taking Oil Stream 5 days a week. Oil Stream, because the word oil is in it, has always been a pretty big show. So we're going to go Oil Stream now every day, starting the first day after Labor Day. It'll be Oil Stream Monday to Fridays at noon, and it will be with myself. We're gonna have 4 guys who are on it, but it will always be 3 guys on the show. So myself, Joaquin Gage, YouTube Trev is going to become a massive part of the Oil Stream, and then Benny Thompson's going to become a big part of the Oil Stream as well. So we're very excited for that. So Oil Stream is going from a 2-man show to a 3-man show. And Trev, your thoughts on being a part of the new look Oil Stream starting in September?
Pinch me, Dusty, pinch me.
It's gonna be fun, right?
Oh, it's gonna be so much fun. Yeah, it's still kind of crazy. It doesn't feel real. The show that I once listened to religiously, I'll be a main part of the show going forward. So I can't wait. Thank you, Dusty. I really appreciate the opportunity, and I cannot wait to. It's going to be fun. Like so many crazy plans I have for the show.
Yeah, it's going to be. I've been on the Oil Stream since it started.
Yeah.
It's like my thing from a long time ago. It's going to be a much better show.
A conch for the
new
Oil Stream.
A conch for the new Oil Stream.
Yes.
So it will be a combination of myself, Gager, Benny, and Trev every day. At noon, 3-man show. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to it.
Me too.
So
man.
that should be a lot of fun. And then the other announcement that we made is obviously we had to make some changes to our pre and post game show coverage, and it works out really well for me as like the owner of the business. That when you lose a pre and post game host, you basically have the best one in the city sitting in your boardroom working every day. And Reed Wilkins came to me, and Reed was like, hey, man, I'd like to step up and be a big part of this. And I was like, you serious? I wasn't even going to push it on Reed.
He was pacing like Darth Maul.
Yeah, Reed had done his pre and post game at Ched, and I always loved his show, and he'd done it for years. And then he came here to do an afternoon show. So I wasn't even going to ask Reed, but Reed came to me and was like, I want to be a part of it. Hernan came to me and was like, I want to be a part of it too. Benny's done an excellent job on that show. So I said, well, here's what we'll do. I want both of you guys to be a part of it. So for all road games this upcoming season, Reed Wilkins is dipping his great toes back into pre and post game coverage. And then for all home games, Hernan Salas, otherwise known as the Latino Heat,
yes,
who brings more passion to the Oilers than anybody in the market outside of Stoff, probably because Stoff's like physically involved with the team. Hernan Salas is going to be doing all the home games. Reed will still join and do Reed's Read on the home game post games as well. And then Benny Thompson will be on every single game, and Joaquin Gage will be on as many games as he decides he wants to be on. And then we've got some other things that we're working on for analysts when Gager can't do it.
And then open line time.
And of course, I didn't tell Reed yet, but I am getting 4 phone lines installed so Reed can get back to his
Japanese Village goal light.
Anyway, the fact that we had Reed Wilkins on the roster, it's just like come on,
it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, so we're very excited about that. I think it's gonna be a phenomenal show. Reed and Hernan have a lot of good plans for the show, and it's gonna be absolutely awesome. So, conch for all those guys for basically coming to me and being like, I want to do it, which is awesome. It makes my life a lot easier when I got guys who are like, I want to do this now. So it's going to be excellent. And when I announced it at the Bash, the roar was deafening.
It was hell of a pop.
I think a PT, Trainer Mark texted in. And Trainer Mark texted in and says, the Nasty Bash hit 105 decibels on my friend's watch.
Holy.
Can't be true. He's got to be messing with us.
I
Mind
believe it.
you, when we announced that Reed was going to be doing all the road games,
That was a big pop.
it was a huge pop.
Yeah.
And then we follow it up, and it's like, we also have the most passionate, and people are like, by God, Hernan Salas. So
It's a good thing Zach wasn't there.
yeah, Zach, put in your earplugs, man. Trainer Mark, confirm with me if that is actually true. Did the Nasty Bash hit 105 decibels? Because if it did, I'm writing it into the song.
Probably a St. Albert Rugby Football Club record in terms of sound.
Has to be, I think. You're right. That probably has to be the case. This is a good one from Library Pat. Reed Wilkins. Whoa. So yeah, that's a really good time. Pat in the county says, "Wow, awesome, nice work, boys. Reed is very good at that position. Same with the Latino Heat. Yeah, it's good." Trainer Mark says, "I'm not messing at all. Was 105 at the max. Stayed at 90 for a long time."
That's cool.
Nasty Bash hits 105 decibels. That is awesome.
We're rowdy, baby.
That is, that's really good. All right, let's get into your good. Anyway, so that's off season. What off season?
What off?
I think, and no disrespect, but I honestly think it's going to be a better show with Reed and Hernan at the helm. Their passion for it is going to be amazing, and I can't wait. I can't wait to see it. I think it's going to be really good. Chris S. texts in and says, "Conch for the Stingers, who clinched playoffs yesterday against the Surge in a game that had 2 ejections. Hornsby setting the franchise record for points and a Lindsay three-pointer to end the game." Boom, I love it. All right, so let's get into the good, bad, and ugly from the weekend. What's your good from the weekend, man?
The good, going back to Nasty Bash Saturday, and thank you very much, Fergie's Prostate and all the staff. Great service at the bar. They kept people going through. It was a breeze. It was easy, and good to everybody else. Again, it was just a good night, a good solid night with no negative controversy. But the good for me personally was winning a box of burgers at the meat draw, and just by happenstance, I was outside, kind of watching that storm and all that, talking to a few folks out there. And happened to walk in at a very fortunate time for myself, as the number drawn was one of the 3 tickets that I was holding in my hand. Now, somebody gave me the tickets as well, and I can't remember who it was, but they're like, "Hey, LT, I bought some meat draw tickets. You want a couple?" I said, "Okay,
Are you serious? Somebody gave you the meat draw ticket that you won with?
I can't remember who you are. Identify yourself, and I'll send a couple burgers your way. But yeah, box of burgers, not bad. And walking in at the right time. Shout out to Kelvin Van Dassler. I think he did miss the draw.
That sucks.
But
He should have given you his tickets.
Walked in at the right time and got a bunch of burgers that Fergie delivered to me Sunday morning. So thanks very much for him and everybody else who donated the meat. I heard Duck Dad cleaned up, apparently.
Really?
That's what the streets are saying.
Nice. Trev, what was your good from the weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah, my they're going to be fairly obvious. So sorry about that, nasties, but I'm going to go with Posty. It had to be.
Was it that good, eh?
Oh, it was. I mean, it was unbelievable.
Really?
Man. It really was. There was fireworks. They had fireworks in the damn concert and all this, and then just fire. These huge smoke balls that were just getting shot up. It was so cool, and I hope that everyone enjoyed themselves. I know I certainly did. It was, man. It took me back. It really did. To when I was 18, a youngin'.
My good from the weekend, I said the Riverhawks game was the best one I ever been to because, and I don't know if this has been happening all season. Somebody let me know. But I got there yesterday and 6 o'clock loggers from Alley Cat were everywhere.
Yes.
Everywhere. Like everybody was drinking 6 o'clock loggers. It was incredible. Like I walked up the stairs and I saw one and I didn't know that they had the 6 o'clockers at the Riverhawks game. And I was like, because I know last year they didn't.
Yeah.
And I was just like, what is this? So I stopped immediately. I bought 2. And then I just started walking and they were everywhere. I texted Cam from Alley Cat. I was like, I've seen like 300 6 o'clock loggers in the first like 20 minutes of this game. Everybody's drinking them. It was so cool, man, to see our beer there and everybody was just crushing them.
Yes.
It was awesome.
That's why it's top 10 in Alberta, baby.
Yeah, it was.
It
was very cool. That was
cool.
so awesome. I love that. All right, what's your bad from the weekend?
My bad, and it stems off a lot of goods. Of course, you mentioned the Riverhawks. They are kind of in the thick of it for a playoff spot right now. looking decent after a rough start to the season, smashing once again the attendance record that they set. But one of those people not in attendance this season for any game, myself.
You didn't get out to Riverhawks game. I mean, this one was my first one.
My wife had an opportunity to get tickets for tomorrow or yesterday's game. I had to do some babysitting duties and such, so I couldn't make it out. But again, the summer it's been with the rain. You're out of town, and then this and that and the other. And then all of a sudden, like the West Coast League, especially for the Hawks, they go on a 9-game road trip to end the regular season.
They're ending it on a 9-gamer.
Which kind of sucks. But the season comes and the season goes, and before you know it, and you're just like, some seasons you've gone out, and I've been to like more than I've not gone to.
Yeah.
And this year, not one.
I was thinking about it yesterday because I looked over to the section you usually sit in.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know if I've seen Rick on social be like.
It's bad for myself, but I kind of blinked yesterday. I couldn't believe it. And I'm like,
that's already done.
did, didn't I?
Damn.
So.
That's sad.
What's your bad from the weekend?
Not really much bad from the weekend, boys.
You just had such a great weekend.
It was legendary. I'll say maybe.
Your bad is that weekend's not longer.
Okay, yeah, maybe I'll just go with that. But I was gonna say I was pretty hungover yesterday. Not gonna lie, but that's my answer.
All right, my bad is Charles Barkley from the weekend.
Hey, yeah.
Charles Barkley criticizing LeBron, going, "Oh, you always try to stack his teams."
You were on Twitter a bit, weren't you?
Just a note here.
You replied to a few.
Just a note here on Charles Barkley, who's like the biggest hypocrite of all time. This is the same guy who told Phoenix that he wanted to be traded to a contender or he would retire. This is what Charles Barkley did. If you don't trade me to a contender, I'm just going to retire and leave. So he goes to Houston to play with Akeem Olajuwon and Clyde Drexler. Then Drexler retires. Charles Barkley says that he took a pay cut so they could sign Scottie Pippen. And now you're sitting out here criticizing somebody else? Come on, Chuck. I like Shaq better on that panel. I probably like Kenny better on that panel too. But I like Charles Barkley on that panel. But don't go online and sit here and talk about like you didn't do the exact same thing, man. It's a bad look.
I'm looking at your reply tweets from
I was
yesterday.
on fire yesterday.
There's a string of you just going at random.
When I have like any free time, I just hit my For You on Twitter, and my For You is just all LeBron stuff, and I just pick people to go at.
You replying to @Doge Romero. Kobe requested a trade. Braun never did. Try to keep up.
Yeah, well, he did.
You're just
feel like Kobe would never do this. Kobe literally went to the Lakers and requested a trade. They just didn't trade him. All right, what's your ugly?
Well, it's the lack of fish supper at the St. Albert Rugby and Football Club. It was terrible, not just for myself not being able to enjoy fish supper, but then having to bear the brunt of people coming up to me and complaining and wanting answers as to why there was no fish supper. So that was the ugly from an otherwise star-studded evening at the St. Albert Rugby.
I love how you had to take the brunt of the lack of a fish supper.
He's coming up to me.
Yeah. Trev, what's your ugly, buddy?
Yeah, there was a pretty gnarly storm that came in, and I was kind of enjoying it. But my ugly is just Commonwealth Stadium, everyone at K-Days, that kind of thing, man. The videos that I saw, I had so many friends come up to see Post Malone on the Saturday.
That does suck for everybody. Yeah, that's
And
my ugly.
He did
That's my
refund
ugly
everybody,
too.
did he? Or-
Yeah, he did refund everyone, which was nice. But you could tell he was upset, obviously, because he put on such a great show on the Friday. But I had so many friends just say, well, like, that sucked. It really, really did. So I feel bad. And like some of the videos, man, like that was crazy. Like it looked like hell.
It looked like a tornado was about to hit.
Yeah.
And everybody was hiding there.
Was
Like,
this the best one of the summer? Because we've had quite a few.
As far as storms?
Yeah, this is the one? Or
This
what?
was the loudest one in
Because
our
you could
house,
make like
man.
a top 20
Yeah,
of
like,
this
it's
summer.
been gnarly. I know when I was in Toronto with the best trip of my lifetime, there was a pretty wicked storm that came in as well.
Here.
Yeah.
I know there was...
Like I missed a couple myself.
Yeah,
Me too.
I was out of town for the one, which I think would probably be ranked number 2 now. This one from this past weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Had to have been the
I think
the
this
best.
was the one.
A shelf cloud like that?
Shelf cloud.
God.
Scary.
So yeah, my ugly was the storm too. Obviously, somehow. I don't.
That doesn't make
I
any
don't know
sense.
how the water got into. Like, I immediately opened up my where the sump pump is, and I was like, "Oh, it must be just flooding up through the sump pump. It's not working." And the furnace room was completely dry, and I'm like, "Okay, well." And then I looked at the window, and I saw like a bunch of mud on the windowsill, and I grabbed the window, and I was like, "This window is completely locked in and closed." But I guess just at the bottom of the window, so forceful that it just
Damn.
yeah. Happened to my neighbor too, who's like right across from that window. He's like, my window well on this side was like flooded up. He goes, you should check your basement. I said, I checked it. I walked into it last night. So hopefully there wasn't too much damage done for everybody out there, but a conch for anybody who did have to deal with tough things from the storm. When does storm season end? Late August? September? It's been a pretty nasty one, man.
That's all that moisture we've had, and then the heat and the
it's
hill.
just crazy.
It's a perfect storm.
Let's wrap up the 6 o'clock hour with this text. Hey guys, first time texter. I've been listening more and more, especially since the start of CFL season. Love the coverage. Love the takes. Keep up the great work, Jalen. Thank you very much. And it's J''Lyn. Jalen. Thank you, Jalen. We appreciate it. All right, fun 6 o'clock hour. They always are in summer shows. It's the best. How about beef nips?
Yeah, wow.
Okay, I lied. We'll wrap up with beef nips text. My ugly from the weekend, walking home from a bachelor party because I was blackout, ended up getting caught in the storm and passing out under a tree. My wife sent me an Uber using my location and asked him to get me home. Not a good look for beef nips.
Not a good look.
Not a good look at all, man. All right, we're going to talk Hlinka Gretzky. It is coming up. We've got a 10-pack of 2 tickets
10?
to the 10 games. So 20 tickets in total. You're going to get a pair of tickets to 10 games. That's coming up. We're going to give those away. We got the general manager of the Program of Excellence for Hockey Canada, Alan Miller. He's going to join us on the show coming up, kick off the 7 o'clock hour. Play Alberta Early Bird Bet of the Day. Chris Streveler will be by just after 7:30. And that's a good for the Italian Center. If you're listening on 95.7 Cruise FM this morning, please tell your friends that the show is back on the radio, this time on the FM dial. If you're on any of our online platforms, hammer the thumbs up if you're watching over on YouTube today. We got a sports update brought to you by Chelsea LaBelle at Expedia Cruises. She was at the Nasty Bash with her husband. Expedia Cruises in Northeast Edmonton. Join myself and Lieutenant Eric at Barcelo Maya Colonial. Daniel, who's at the Nasty Bash, says we were saying it wrong. It's not Barcelo, it's Barcelo. Barcelo Mile Colonial in Mexico from February 24th to March 3rd. It's like a week-long Nasty Bash. Email Chelsea at CLaBelle@ExpediaCruises.com or just call or text her, 780-970-4834. That's 780-970-4834 for more information. Here's the update.
Week 8 in the Canadian Football League wrapping up last night. The Alouettes, 14 fourth-quarter points to defeat the Tiger Cats 31-18. Week 9 will kick off Thursday from Winnipeg between the Bombers and Lions. The Elks look to make it 2 straight over the Roughriders Saturday at 5 down at Commonwealth Stadium. Toronto Blue Jays dropping the rubber match of their series in Boston, 6-1 of the Red Sox. They will remain on the road, visiting the Nationals tonight. First pitch, 4:45. Max Scherzer coming off the IL to get the start. Jays now 5.5 games back of a wild-card spot with the MLB trade deadline set to fall next Monday. Riverhawks completing the weekend sweep of the Falcons down at RE/MAX, 12-9 your final. Hawks will wrap up the regular season with 9 on the road starting tomorrow in Kamloops. They'll then head to Kelowna and finish things off in Bellingham. Don't miss the Edmonton Riverhawks Community Foundation Field of Dreams Festival, August 22nd, down at RE/MAX. Here's stories from former Blue Jay and Edmonton Trapper Devon White. Try your luck in the batting cage and learn how to throw a curveball from the pros. Proceeds from the festival go towards helping more local kids play the game they love. Get your tickets for the Field of Dreams Fest at riverhawksfoundation.ca. Edmonton Stingers wrapping up a playoff spot, 189 over the Calgary Surge down at the Expo Center yesterday. They'll round up the regular season with a pair of home games, Friday against the Mamba and Sunday against Ottawa. In only his 3rd start as a professional, Jackson Koivu with a 3-stroke victory. He'd hold off Scotty Scheffler to take the 3M Open. PGA Tour continues with the Rocket Classic from Detroit this coming weekend. And Lando Norris snapping an 8-month drought, winning the Hungarian Grand Prix with Max Verstappen and Kimi Antonelli rounding out the podium. Action picks up with the Dutch Grand Prix from Zandvoort in late August. Sports Update brought to you by Chelsea LaBelle at Expedia Cruises in Northeast Edmonton. Join Dusty and Lieutenant Eric at Barcelo Maya Colonial in Mexico from February 24 to March 3. Email CLaBelle@ExpediaCruises.com or call or text her 780-970-4834 for more information.
championship and plan a parade. Step out on the court and it's over quick. All aces, the GOAT like Djokovic. You're at the three-point line, no time on the clock. You don't even need to watch, you know I'ma hit it. 82-0 plus 16 mo. That's a perfect season and a championship. Me and Zach run tracks like Andre DeGrasse and Usain Bolt. You can't handle it. We at the Asties looking for the belt. We the best like Gretzky, Messi, and Phelps. You want to test me? Better bring help. Calm under pressure. You get overwhelmed. It's all gas, no brakes. All gas, no brakes. All gas, no brakes. We win the championship and plan a parade. All gas, no brakes. All gas, no brakes. It's all gas, no brakes. We win the championship and plan a parade.
Let's kick it off, gotta cheer for your team. The city of champs, win the gold and the green. Ice in my veins and the turf on my feet. Keeping it up on the waves and the streams. Dusty, Trev, and LTE. Tommy G, Matty I, Jay, and Jasmine. After that, it's 1-3. We got the smoker cooking up with the Latino heat. 3-6 on a drive. You know we score when we go live. It's Reed Wilkins and J Mill to glue the scenes. Man, really, it's a dream. It's just been a year, but it's clear no one else got us beat. Our own beer and our own booze, and now this. Man, really, it's hard to believe. Great host, better guess, all work, no breaks, no rest. Get the check, hit the mark, no mistakes. We the GOAT like LeBron James or MJ. Anyways, here's to you. You the nasties through and through. Couldn't do this without you, and it's true. Man, here's to year 2.
Here's to year 2. Here's to year 2. Couldn't do it without you. So here's to year 2. EST. It's all gas, no brakes. All gas, no brakes. All gas, no brakes. All gas, no brakes. It's all gas, no brakes. We win the championship and plan a parade. It's all gas, no brakes. 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 We win the championship and plan a parade.
7:07 on the Nielson Show. Thank you very much for listening. If you're on 95.7 Cruise FM this morning, we appreciate it. If you're streaming on TuneIn or iHeart or at EdmontonSportsTalk.com or watching over on YouTube, thank you very much for being here as well. We're coming at you from the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen studio this morning, and the Nielson Show today and every day is brought to you by Weiss Johnson. Get a new Train furnace right now, and you get 15% off any additional mechanical system. If you do it at the same time, toss in the air conditioner, heat pump, hot water tank, or garage heater, get 15% off plus no interest for 24 months. Visit WJSportsTalk.com and book an estimate today. Here's what we got coming up in the 7 o'clock hour. We're going to chat with Alan Miller right away. He's the GM of the Program of Excellence for Hockey Canada. We talk some Helenka Gretzky camp and the event, which is coming up. We do have a 10-pack of tickets that we're going to give away as well. It's a pair of tickets to 10 games. So we're going to get into that. We'll do a little trivia after we chat with Alan. We've got your Play Alberta Early Bird Bet of the Day that we're going to get into as well. Chris Streveler, former CFL quarterback. He's going to join us just after 7:30 to recap another good weekend in the Canadian Football League. And then, that's a good for the Italian Center around 7:50 this morning. The 7 o'clock hour is brought to you by GameSense. When gambling, please set a budget before you play. Stay informed. Visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. If you gamble, use your GameSense. And we're going to go to our Firehouse Subs hotline here to chat with Alan Miller. And big event coming up. Had a chance to broadcast this for TSN myself a couple years ago. Phenomenal talent on the ice every time. Got to be tough to actually narrow it down and put this team together. So let's discuss that. We'll bring in Alan this morning. Alan, we appreciate the time. How are you doing this morning, sir?
All good, gents. Good morning to you guys. I like the all gas, no brakes intro. That's how we want to play.
Yeah, exactly. Put the pedal down and get after it. How difficult is it for you to just get a camp roster together? I mean, there's so many talented young guys playing hockey across this country. Just to get to this point right now, how much of a challenge is that?
Well, with all our programs, we're fortunate that it's a real challenge. And Helenka Gretzky is, one for us that is one of our only best players available across the country. You look at our national junior team. Last year, we entered camp with 9 guys still in the NHL. 6 guys remained in the NHL. Really, the only time that we have best on best for our teams is when NHL players are in the Olympics and the Helenka Gretzky. So, our under 17 group a year ago in Turl, which makes up the core of this Holinka group. Both played in the gold medal game. So that was a real accomplishment for that group. So it gives us real good depth. And then when you have, two underage players like Schultz and Pugh in the mix as well, that gives you more depth in the age group. So it's a challenge. We've got 27 players at camp. This is the first year we've had a smaller camp around the Holinka Gretzky, not the big group of 44. In the past, we had made our final cuts based on 2 red and white games. In our programs, we're prioritizing preparation over more player evaluations, more player selection at our camps. So we've got to get down 1 goalie, 2 defensemen, 2 forwards, and it's going to be a challenge to get to 22. But that's good.
There's a few guys that I wanted to chat about, and you brought up the 2 underagers, so let's start there because they're guys from the West. We're a little bit familiar with them in Liam Pugh and Maddox Schultz. We always talk about how the World Juniors are, a 19-year-old tournament. I know these 2 kids are insanely talented, don't get me wrong, but how much of an impact can 2010s have in a tournament that's basically all 29s?
Yeah, I think these guys can have an impact. They had an impact at under 17 as 2 underage players there playing. I think they finished 2nd and 4th in scoring at the under 17 World Hockey Challenge. When you look at Schultz, he just plays such a mature game, responsible in all zones. Coaches can really trust him in all situations. So that gives him, a little bit of a leg up in terms of his maturity and the way he can play a complete game. And Pugh is just, he's dynamic. He's a shooter. He can really skate. Both kids are bigger, stronger. After the year that they had in Regina, the 34-game exceptional player, going back and forth between under 18 and the Pats there. I think both guys will have the ability to have an impact on us at this tournament.
Very excited to see them play. A couple of years ago when I did the tournament, Schaefer was the defenseman on that team, and I went into the tournament thinking I was going to be blown away by Gavin McKenna. Mm-hmm. And look, McKenna was excellent, don't get me wrong, but that was my first sort of viewing of Matt Schaefer, and I was like, holy smokes, like this guy's the real deal. I did the Memorial Cup for TSN about a month ago or whatever it was, and that was my first look at DuPont. And he got banged up partway through that tournament, so he wasn't at his best down the stretch for Everett. But that guy looks to be the real deal. When you look at DuPont, is there a comparable of a pro right now that jumps off the page when you see him play?
A comparable with DuPont, I think he's, I think his dynamic offensive game probably puts him in the Quinn Hughes conversation. Just when you look at, that kind of 5'11", 6 foot undersized defenseman. We know the NHL likes big guys on the back end. We all like big guys on the back end, but there are special players, of that size. And I think Landon is one of those guys. When they talk about the comparable with Hughes, I would even maybe say that DuPont plays a little bit of a more direct game, a little bit harder game, where Hughes is, his puck skills, his, the way he dangles, the way he makes plays. But Landon is a real unique situation for us. Great year in Everett, gets the Memorial Cup final. Landon and I had a conversation after the Memorial Cup, just to give you a little bit of background, because I think lots of people are asking questions why he's not here in Windsor at the World Junior Summer Showcase. And we had a thought process and what we thought was best for Landon. One, to make sure Landon was on the same page as us. Him and I had a conversation after the Memorial Cup, and we talked about that he could be here in Windsor, or he could lead the Holinka team in a championship environment. And Landon was agreeable, was on the same page. Disappointing result a year ago at the Holinka that he played in as an underage, and he'll be a real key for us here in Edmonton with our Holinka group starting next week.
I was chatting with Steve Hamilton in Kelowna, and we were asking him about DuPont. And this is a general, I guess, question for guys this age. But Hammy told me, he's like, I've never seen legs on a kid like this. He's like, his muscles have muscles on his legs. And I just, like, for kids at this age now, they put everything they have into it, right? The training and stuff. It's probably come such a long way. But how phenomenal. We know the skill levels there as well, but they feel like they've been taking hockey seriously since they were like 9 years old. They must be all in just phenomenal shape.
Yeah, there's no back in the day where you went to training camp to get in shape. These kids every year, I'm amazed at how prepared and focused they are, and what they do throughout the summer. I even think that there's, sometimes, to take a bit of a break and be a kid, go golfing, hang out with your friends, go to the beach, whatever. But these guys are focused, and the way they come into camp, the way they're prepared to play, skill development they do, the conditioning on the ice. You look at what Gary Roberts does in Toronto around a huge group of juniors and pro players, and those type of camps and great people in that industry are across the country in terms of working with these young guys. So it's great to work with them. And yeah, you talk about Landon, like his core is real strong. And it just makes his feet so dynamic, so elite. This guy can spin on a dime. He's a lot of fun to watch, and real smart, real mature kid. So again, I think this Holinka group will be an exciting group for fans in Edmonton and across the country to see. And like all our programs, I talked about under 17, this age group, we're both in the gold medal game. And as we work through our programs, we want to make sure that there's a foundation there, groups that grow up together and then win a World Junior Championship together.
I know it's going to be an extremely deep roster, but the spotlight will be on some of these top end guys for the next draft. And I kind of, when I was prepping for this, I dove into some highlights last night on YouTube. Tell me about Alexis Joseph. And I know, he's touted as a top 5 guy for sure next year. Big, lanky kid. What are people who are going to be going to Holinka here? What should they expect to see in Edmonton?
Well, I think the first thing they'll be impressed with is a player at his size, the way he moves, his puck skills. I think a lot of times, you look at big bodied guys and you want them to go up and down and north south and crash the net, and Alexei can do that, but at the same time he complements. Like, this guy is huge. He's pushing 6'4", 6'5", but skates like he's 6 foot and has hands real good for a big man. Again, another guy has got some leadership abilities within our group. Flamboyant young guy, doesn't have a bad day, good character guy. Media will love him. He's a special talent, but I think guys, when you see him on the ice and you see his skill set in that frame, it's impressive.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to see him. I'm really looking forward to that one. Alan, I know you got a lot of work to do, man, so we appreciate the time, and maybe we'll see you when you get into town.
Look forward to it. Thanks, gentlemen. Have a great day.
All right, there you go. That is Alan Miller. He's the general manager. Sorry, Rick, I totally hogged that one. I was very excited to chat.
I'm glad. No, this is, yeah.
Hockey
This is a selfish. This is a.
I was just like, I got this one.
You have it. You have at it, man.
The Joseph kid looks unreal. Like, almost to the point where I'm like, maybe the Oilers should just. No, they don't even have. Yeah.
Inquiring minds, though, a lot of people were asking if you're going to be covering this.
No, I think Gord's probably calling.
Okay,
like, Gord usually does this one.
People have been asking.
I think I got like, Gord didn't do it the one year, and they're like, hey, let's get Dustin. He's in Edmonton. It's easy. I would do the Holinka every year if I get the opportunity to do it. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it would be Gord and Craig. And it's going to be awesome to watch. we got some tickets that we're going to give away. A little trivia. If you want to get tickets on your own, single game tickets, everything's available. HolinkaGretzkyCup.ca. Then you just click on tickets. We have a 10-pack of tickets. So this is 2 tickets to 10 games. And we've got 5 of these that we're going to be dishing out this week across different shows on the station. Actually, let me see if I can bring up the Maddie sent out the email for this. I'll let you know which shows are. Here we are. Ooh, Wednesday, we've got 4 Elks tickets to give away in the morning show.
Yep.
Remember that, boys. So tomorrow, EST afternoons on Tuesday, we'll have a 10-game Holinka pack. Wednesday, it'll be the Oil Stream. We'll have a 10-game Holinka pack. Thursday will be the Reed Wilkins show with a 10-game ticket pack. And Friday, they will give away a 10-game ticket pack on the Hangout as well. Here's what we're going to do today. We chatted about this player. All you have to do is text in what position Landon DuPont plays. Remember, I asked him for a comparable. The comparable was Quinn Hughes. Mind you, I think DuPont's got, brief viewings of him, but to me, it looks like he's got more jam in his game than Quinn Hughes. And already at this age, I think he looks a little bit more like stronger. But what position does Landon DuPont play? Text in 780-218-9999. If you get it correct, Eric will pick one of you after the show. You'll be in touch, and you will win a 10-game ticket pack to the Holinka Gretzky. It is phenomenal hockey in the summer. If you are a draft nerd like myself, the entire first round of the draft is going to be playing on one of these teams. So, well, with the exception of the Russian kids. And there's a couple of highly, highly talented, highly skilled Russians that are going to go high in this year's draft as well. Looks like many of you were paying attention.
Yeah.
Very nice to see.
Haven't seen any wrong answers guessed,
which
is encouraging.
Which is good. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for paying attention. What position does Landon DuPont play? Text that in, 780-218-9999. Eric will randomly choose one of you. You will win a 10-game ticket pack for the Holinka. It's kind of the last chance to watch these guys in this environment before they blow up. Right? Yes. Next, it's like World Juniors, and then they're in the NHL. Yep. So this is a fun one. I wanted to get into the goaltending with them a little bit. I just don't know if the goaltending on this team is a strength or a weakness or what. Not really. I also wanted to ask, because one of the goalies' last names is Berthium, and I'm like, I wonder if that guy's related to Daniel Berthium from back in the day. Maybe. Who knows? 780-218-9999 is where you can chime in on that one. If you're watching over on YouTube today, hammer the thumbs up. Big Uke over there says hashtag justice for the lock shop. No 10-game ticket pack on the lock shop. Well, I will say this. You know who organizes these ticket pack giveaways? Matthew Wannick, who always says he loves the lock shop so much.
It is his show.
And yet here, Huss and I will be sitting around this week. Everybody else is giving away 10-game ticket packs. Yeah. Lock Shop's just giving away winners. If you're listening on 95.7 and you say, what are you talking about all this other stuff? As I still feel like some people are just like, Edmonton Sports Talk's just 6 to 9 every day on 95.7. Well, you're wrong. Edmonton Sports Talk goes all day long. All day long. We'll have the Hangout today from 9 to 11. And if you listen on the radio, you're going, how do I listen to that?
All these people here. Oh, wait. How do you do it? Radio?
How do you do it?
Internet?
It's easy. You download the free apps, iHeartRadio or TuneIn Radio, and then you search Edmonton Sports Talk once, and boom, it's free. Or you go to a little website that I think is going to be around for a bit, YouTube, and we're streaming there live all day on YouTube as well. You can sub to the channel. You don't have to sub, but we like when you sub. Sub to the channel, watch all day long. Maybe you're like RCN, sitting in bulldozer just waiting to work, and if you're not working, you're just in the chat all the time. It was so fun seeing everybody at the Nasty Bash. It was a good time. And there was a bunch of new faces at the Nasty Bash. because this is our first Nasty Bash since we got on the FM dial. And I think there was some FMers. We're like, I'm coming out to the party.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
A little mix.
It was good. I met that one guy, Matt. He'd never been to any event before. He was sitting in the corner. Really nice guy. Chatted with him. And he was the guy who was there late. And he had like the glass snake going.
Yeah.
He was collecting all the glasses.
Good for him.
Yeah, that was really nice of him.
Somebody.
Yeah, really nice of him.
Matt the Glass Snake.
Lonnie and Sony says, I was at the Nate Bargatze Dumb Eyes comedy show last night. He had a Craig McTavish no helmet take. Was not expecting that. I would have liked to have gone to that. I think that guy's hilarious. I'm sure it was a phenomenal show. He's just got simple,
You got me under that
funny humor.
game show that he was hosting in Mexico. He watched a couple
remember we
episodes
watched
of
that?
that. Yeah. This is a weird one. And they got licorice as the prize. Remember that?
What was that one? I remember.
It was a
I had to go
weird
back
show.
to the room and watch it late in the afternoon.
Very strange program.
What was it? What was the name of that show? It's just on in the States, I guess. Nate Bargatze game show.
The Greatest Average American.
Yeah, the greatest
that's
average
what it was.
American.
Then they all got licorice.
It was okay. They competed.
Yeah, it was okay.
Yeah. Contestants compete by guessing how everyday Americans think. And the grand prize was $67,920, which is the average U.S. salary. That was the grand prize.
I know he's got a certain look to him, but he looked like he really wanted to be doing that show.
Yeah. Yeah. Bargatze's funny because he was hilarious before, but then he did the SNL bit where he was the George Washington, I think, and he was talking about in the future we'll do, and he blew up.
Yeah.
Like that was the bit that blew up for him, and then he became a big thing. Sharpie says Bargatze was unreal. The openers as well. So funny. Good. I'm glad everybody had a good time there. All right. Let's get to your, let's see here. Actually, let's do this. Portions of this hour brought to you by Hammer Injury Law. Shout out to Hammer Injury Law for providing all those gift certificates we gave away.
Talk about prizing.
Yeah, we gave over
Sweet prize.
it was $1,000 of gift certificates that we gave away, courtesy Hammer Injury Law. They were to the Cactus Club?
Cactus Club, yeah. $200 a pop, I think.
Yeah, that was good. So congratulations to all the nasties who got those $200 gift certificates. That's from Hammer Injury Law. Rick Mallett has once again been recognized by Best Lawyers for 2026. Continuing a distinction he's received every year since the founding of Hammer Injury Law. Serious injuries need the hammer. Visit hammerinjurylaw.ca or call 1-855-98-HAMMER.
What?
1-855-98-HAMMER.
Again.
1-855-98-HAMMER.
And doing that at the back, talk about a pop. That was a huge one.
That was a huge pop, too. Maybe that's when the decibels at the Nasty Bash hit 105.
That was like the Austin thing.
Yeah.
Like Stone Cold.
It was.
But
you kept going, and I'm like, 1-855-98-HAMMER.
Everyone's joining in.
Oh, Nasty Bash, what a time. What a time. I believe the Hammer Injury Law crew will be making it out to the Estes. EST's formal. Going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait for the Estes. All right. Play Alberta Early Bird Bet of the Day. What do we got here, boys? Actually, I want to see CFL lines just to see what we've got. Ooh. CFL lines aren't up yet. Something's happening. Usually they're up by now.
Neither are the Dunya results.
Big win for me this week. Yeah. Both my leagues. Or two of my leagues. Lost in another run. I think I might have to adjust this. Montreal Alouettes plus 220 to win the Grey Cup right now. Riders plus 375. The Elks plus 425.
And what were the Elks to start? I mean, you were probably getting.
They would have been like a 20 something.
Yeah.
I think. Calgary's at plus 550. Do we have MOP up right now? I still think you sprinkle VA at plus 1400. All these other guys are getting hurt. I mean,
Plus
Davis
1400.
Davis is the heavy favorite at plus 145.
Yeah,
I get it. Rankin's 5-1. Trevor Harris is 650. Cody Fajardo 750. Phil Potts 11-1. But VA has now thrown 20 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. It is an all-time CFL record. Doug Flutie didn't do that. Warren Moon didn't do that. Ricky Ray didn't do that. Anthony Calvillo didn't do that. Vernon Adams Jr. has done that. He's at 14-1.
He's a summertime boy.
Calgary's going to be good, too. Calgary's going to continue to figure it out, I think. Now they've played in, get this, Calgary has played in 6 straight games now where both of the teams have scored at least 30, which is nuts.
They go into Hamilton Saturday afternoon against that defense as well. Like I got Davis Alexander and VA, and I should have started VA this week, which I didn't.
Davis Alexander, 4-man league, cheat code. cheat code. How do you have Davis and VA?
I'm a good drafter.
Who's McCord got at quarterback? I'm curious. Kerwin Bell?
Well, Nathan Rourke. Did you pick up Damian Elford?
No,
Did anybody grab Elford yet?
I don't know if somebody grabbed Elford. I know Eddie the Gambler
I swiped him.
has Elford on his bench in the Fireball Bowl.
Yeah.
All right, let's. What are we putting together today here? Well, I had a theory today on my way in. I think we just start fading the Jays the rest of the year.
Ooh.
You know how we always are like, let's take the Jays. They suck. We're not doing ourselves any help by picking the Jays to win. We should start fading the Jays, you guys.
Then it's
So I'm putting the Nationals on the ticket.
heart and head here, yeah.
Nationals minus 133. Do you guys have anything, or do we just get a boosted number on the Nationals and leave it like that?
Why not? I don't know.
Trev, you got something?
Scherzer's back.
No.
Why would
I'm okay with that.
Why would we keep doing this?
Yeah.
They're breaking our hearts. Let's stop them breaking our banks.
Yeah.
Let's start cashing in off this stuff.
I agree, Dusty.
We're going Nationals at minus 133. We'll get it boosted to at least minus 120 or better, and we'll throw it up on the EST specials page. And let's just fade the Jays here for a little bit.
That'll do it. That'll turn it around, I think.
I think so. That's the only way. That's what's going to save the season. So we're going to get on the Nationals here. Streveler's going to join us to recap everything that happened in the CFL over the weekend. Then we got, that's a good for the Italian Center. We're going to get into that before 8 o'clock today as well. All right, if you're on 95.7, couple minutes of commercials, quick traffic update. I believe it's Pauline Higgins today. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong.
She had a little holiday there, but yeah, who knows?
I stopped at the candy store in Nanton with the kids on the way back from Silverwood last week. It was excellent. A lot of cool stuff there in Nanton.
Missed her at the Nasty Bash.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that would have been great. Her and her handsome husband.
Oh, God.
Remember her husband's so handsome.
A 10.
Like a Greek god, that guy. All right. If you are on YouTube or TuneIn, we got a sports update speaking of Greek gods, brought to you by the great staff at Park Mazda and dealer principal Mitch Lewicki, who's a Greek god. Visit them at 983 First Street in Sherwood Park.
Week 8 in the CFL wrapping up last night. It was the Alouettes 31-18 victors over the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Travis Teese having a day, 156 yards along the ground and a touchdown. Week 9 opens up Thursday from Winnipeg between the Bombers and Lions. The Elks look to make it 2 in a row over the Roughriders Saturday at 5 down at Commonwealth Stadium. Toronto Blue Jays dropping the rubber match of their series in Boston, 6-1 of the Red Sox. Jays remain on the road. They'll visit the Nationals tonight. First pitch 4:45. Max Scherzer gets the start coming off the IL. Jays now 5.5 games back of a wild card spot. MLB trade deadline goes next Monday. Riverhawks completing the weekend sweep of the Falcons down at RE/MAX 12-9 your final. Riverhawks will cap the regular season with 9 straight on the road starting tomorrow in Kamloops. They'll then head to Kelowna and finish things off in Bellingham. Don't miss the Edmonton Riverhawks Community Foundation Field of Dreams Festival August 22nd down at RE/MAX Field. Here's stories from former Blue Jay and Edmonton Trapper Devon White. Try your luck in the batting cage and learn how to throw a curveball from the pros. Proceeds from the festival go towards helping more local kids play the game that they love. You can get your tickets today for the Field of Dreams Festival at riverhawksfoundation.ca. Edmonton Stingers sealing up a playoff spot, 189 over Calgary down at the Expo Center. Stingers will wrap up the regular season with a pair of games Friday and Sunday here in town. In only his third start as a professional, Jackson Koiven with a 3-stroke victory, holding off Scotty Scheffler to capture the 3M Open. PGA Tour continues with the Rocket Classic this coming weekend from Detroit. And Lando Norris snapped an 8-month drought, winning the Hungarian Grand Prix. Max Verstappen and Kimi Antonelli would round out the podium, as action will pick up again with the Dutch Grand Prix from Zandvoort in late August. Sports Update brought to you by the great staff at Park Mazda and dealer principal Mitch Lewicki, who slept through every single storm this summer.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching a button. Thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki as a ninja fighting off evil samurai.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
red sky fading, let's do this right. What you drinking's what I'm drinking, who's got a light? We about to kick off this 9 to 5 from dusk till dawn. Man, it's on. CFL on TSN, music's playing, yeah, we're swaying, crank it to 10. These stars are falling like confetti, so wish on one for the gone. 3rd and 1 from the gun underneath those Thursday night lights. Singing long live the night. It's a song coming on, one that everyone knows. It's a pass, it's a run, it's a see where it goes. It's the guys and the girls under those stadium lights. Singing long live the night. All the beers and the years gonna fly on by. We're just small town stars holding on to midnight. Take a sip, this is it. Raise them on up real high. Singing long live the night.
I can remember back being an 11-year-old kid about 75 pounds on the basketball court against the neighborhood bully, kicking his behind left, right, and center. And when it was all said and done, he was a little bit upset, so he punched me in the mouth. My uncles were over on the side observing, talking amongst themselves adult things. When he punched me in the mouth, I decided I'm running to my uncle. You know what he did? He pushed me back to him. I went back, he punched me in my mouth again. I ran to my uncle looking for protection. Need a big bro to protect me.
7:36. Little Cavis Reed pump-up song for you here.
Which was not performed live Friday at Taste of Edmonton, unfortunately.
The boys didn't do it?
Atif kept yelling for it.
Of course
they couldn't hear it.
All right, we got That's Good for the Italian Center coming up. The 7 o'clock hour of the show is brought to you by GameSense. When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your GameSense. Our next guest, Chris Streveler, is going to join us on the Firehouse Subs hotline. He's presented by AFD Petroleum, powered by Mobile One, and he's now a post-game analyst on CJOB. So we were listening on the way back after doing that game. Hey, you did good, man. That was well. There's lots to discuss on that post-game as well. How'd that go for you?
Yeah, there sure was lots to discuss. I appreciate you. Luke sent me a text too saying I did a decent job. I'm disappointed I missed you guys though, man.
Yeah, I was wondering if you're going to be able to. So what'd you do during the game? What do you keep busy? Moving you all around or what?
So I did some of the pregame stuff at the tailgate. Then, of course, the Bombers, they had a whole photo shoot deal going on. So I had to do some of that. Then in-game, I was down on the sideline just as a little in-game analyst. They were calling down to me periodically, nice. Just giving some thoughts. Then I went up after the game and did the post-game. So great experience getting reps, man. You guys know I want to get into broadcasting. So just kind of stacking reps here.
Yeah, no, it was good. We might as well stick with that game. We want to get back to the Cody Fajardo air show on Thursday as well. But Vernon Adams and the Stamps throw up a 50 burger with Dedrick Mills being contained for most of the night. Like, how impressive is what Calgary's doing offensively right now?
It's impressive. I mean, and they just played a great 3-phase game. I mean, look at Tariq McAllister. He cribs one on a return. Yeah. He has a rushing touchdown, receiving touchdown. I mean, Vernon Adams still hasn't thrown a pick. Their defensive line looked nasty all night, too. I mean, even when Winnipeg's O-line was healthy at one point, they were still getting pressure. So, I mean, Calgary, even though they're 3-4, they are clearly much better than a 3-4 football team right now.
That is what they look like. We were saying that all last week. Like the Stampeders, man. They've played 6 straight games where both teams have scored 30. And like you said it with their defensive line, like Clarence Hicks, when he ran over Stanley Bryan, I was like, my God, what's going on with Hicks? And then Hutchins is an absolute monster. And then you got Flo. Like, they're all different guys. And they made things extremely difficult in that game. But at the same time, I thought I guess he was backpedaling a lot. What'd you think of Drew Brown in that game?
Yeah, I do think the defensive line pressure played into Drew Brown's performance. I mean, you could see he was kind of throwing off his back foot a little bit, and a lot of those balls were kind of sailing high, and that can happen when you're throwing off your back foot like that. I think the Bombers could have helped him out a little bit. I mean, Brady Oliveira was kind of the one bright spot they had where he was running the ball well. He had that long touchdown in the third quarter. Then they kind of completely got away from the run game. So I think they could have helped that situation, said, hey, our quarterback, we're not able to protect too great right now. He's maybe not seeing it perfectly. Let's hand the ball off and ride the run game game a little bit more, because it was still a 2-score game even into the fourth quarter there. Like it never really got out of hand until the very end.
Game of the week, perhaps even game of the year, kicking off week 8, Thursday from Regina between the Riders and Elks, Chris. Just your thoughts on that wild affair, and now a chance for Edmonton coming home to really put some separation in that West. And who would have thought heading into week 9 that we'd be saying that in this market?
It's crazy.
I know, it's insane. I just put out my See It Like Strev episode, and man, I just started out basically just gassing up the Elks. Because, I mean, look, I've been saying it like, hey, they're great. You know, they're a top 3 team in the league. Like, they look good, but like, they showed me something different this weekend. Like, they showed me that they could be a Grey Cup champion. To go into Sask and win in that type of game. And the thing I love about Edmonton is they have won games so many different ways. Like at the beginning of the year, you see Justin Rankins just running all over everybody. Okay, then they go, BC comes, and they're not really getting it going offensively, but defensively they get 5 takeaways. Then this game, it's kind of a shootout, and now Cody Fajardo goes for 5, 10, and 4 touchdowns. It's like they're just continuing to find ways to get wins, and to me, that's what great teams do. And so, man, I was super impressed. And then, what was it? Blanchard hits the 57-yarder there at the end. Yeah. Like, what a clutch kick.
He had more than enough leg. That would have been good from well 60. Like, that was insane.
You could have had the goalpost at the back of the end zone and it might have got there. So, you know, it was, but I digress. But anyways, awesome from the Elks there.
But Fajardo, like, I've known Cody for a while.
Well, he can't wait till the
I don't want this to come across as disrespectful, because I've chatted with Cody. I've said we all think he's a little bit disrespected for a long time. But for him to throw up 500, the first 500-yard game, which surprised me a little bit, but the first 500-yard game since, I think, Ricky in like 2017, I mean, this is phenomenal what he's doing this season.
It's crazy, man. And he's just been so consistent. You know what I mean? Like, he just continues to show up week in and week out. And I kind of think that narrative has started to shift this season, because like early in the season, there were some of those comments. And then I know Luke Wilson's gotten pretty vocal about like Cody being a great place, calling like Cody Fajardo or something like that on social media.
Cody, yeah.
Exactly. Like, I've been pretty outspoken about him too. So I think, people that really know ball around the league are saying, hey man, like there was never like, this guy is a real guy, and he's smack dab in the middle of the MOP race. Like, you could make a case that he might be leading that race right now after what he did this weekend. So he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league, and I don't think anybody's saying anything otherwise.
Toronto, BC was very interesting. BC's now 1-5. I mean, I don't want to say they're going to be out of it by the time Rourke gets back, but they're very much living on the edge right now, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, I said this on my show, just if you're BC, it's like maximum sense of urgency to try to get him back this week if he's even close. Because, I mean, if you go drop this game against Winnipeg, you fall to 1-6, like it's not looking good. They end up pulling Chase Bryce there at the end. They go to Caden Salter. Like, I thought he did some good things, like at least moving the ball with his legs. And like, I say that about young quarterbacks all the time. If you have a guy who doesn't have a ton of experience, and I've experienced this myself, is just having the ability to get a couple first downs with your legs and extend plays can really help you. But it's not just the quarterback position. Like, they haven't really got the run game going all year. Their defense, just can't get off the field at opportune times. In Toronto, at the second half of that game, they were kind of just playing like, all right, let's just control the game and not mess it up, because BC is obviously not going to go down and score points right here. So they got to do some soul searching, and I mean, they have to empty the clip this week against Winnipeg to get a win, because if you fall to 1-6 in the West, you're not going to make the playoffs.
Coming off last season, I know Dustin and myself are pretty high on Stevie Scott out of Montreal in a running back position, and not so much in the mix this year. But Travis Teese, I know you had a tweet on him last night. He had a game, and Alouettes, much like the Elks, as you mentioned, I mean, good teams, even if you're not at your best, you just know how to win subconsciously.
Yeah. Exactly. It's kind of the same thing, I just said about Edmonton, right? Like, Montreal, not their best game. Davis Alexander, not his best game of the season, throws an interception. That was going to end at some point. You're not going to go the whole season without a pick, but to be able to kind of rally with that defense, getting takeaways and find a way to get it done, they got to figure out their special team situation. I don't know how many kicks they've given up, but it's got to be like 3 or 4 now at this point. I mean, that's like the one glaring issue I see with this team. Jose Maltos Diaz, still a great kicker. He continues to make his plays. And then you mentioned it, Travis Tice, baby. And I'm a South Dakota Coyote. He's a South Dakota Coyote. There's just inherent grit when you come from South Dakota Coyotes, and you're seeing that from him, man. He runs the ball hard. He's dragging dudes. I just like the way he plays, and you could just see like he kind of fits in with the hard-nosed mentality of that football team, and they all kind of rally together, man. I like the culture they got over there in Montreal, and I think it's pretty clear that they're the favorites in the East.
I think gritty was a great way to describe him, man. Like, that's just what he is. Like, he just finds a way. I remember when he not necessarily burst on the scene, but I think his first touchdown in the league was a return touchdown. And then they sort of slowly worked him in. And he's phenomenal. He's fun to watch. He's an easy guy to cheer for. Maverick over in our chat here on YouTube is saying, Strev going to have the Elks at the top of his power rankings this week. Let's see.
Yeah. I was literally just drafting up the tweet before we hopped on. The Elks are going to be number 1 in the power rankings. So Edmonton fans can stop coming after me. And you know what you guys can do? I gave a shout out. Y'all got to get to the game this weekend, man, because that is a huge game. You guys get a chance to really make a statement in the West and say, we can go win the West. We're going to beat the defending Grey Cup champs 2 times in a row. Go pack that stadium out and actually give that team a home field advantage for the first time in a long time.
If they beat, we were talking about this at the 6 o'clock hour on the show today. If they beat the Riders this week, they go to 7-1. They'd have 14 points. The Riders would go to 4-3 and be 6 points back. Like, I'm not going to say it locks it up, but it puts you in the driver's seat to have a little bit of room for error and still maybe take home the division.
Yeah, 100%. And I think, for me, I fall into the same trap too, where it's like, oh man, like teams are really starting to separate, but it's like, we're only like 7 games in right now, 8 weeks in. So it's like so much can still happen. So much depth is still going to be needed to be exposed throughout the season. We're not even halfway through. So you love to give yourself that cushion at this point in the season, because like I said, anything can still happen. There's still a lot of football to be left to play, but man, they're going to be putting themselves in a great position if they can go get it done this week.
Strev, as always, man, great stuff. We appreciate it, and we'll chat with you next week.
Appreciate you guys. Talk soon.
There you go. That is Chris Streveler, former CFL and NFL quarterback. Joins us on Mondays. He's presented by AFD Petroleum, powered by Mobile One, and he joins us on the Firehouse Subs hotline as well. Gage will be back on the Firehouse Sub hotline a little bit later on today. 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area. Easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs, hot, hearty, made to satisfy. We do have a staff meeting tonight. And I don't think we've rolled in Firehouse for a staff meeting before.
I was always wondering what we've done. We've done the pies.
We've done the Royal Pizza. We've done the Popeyes. We've done the BPs.
You figured out the formula.
Yeah. I know I've hit a nice pizza for you, but I was thinking about mixing it up.
I know, yeah.
And just having everybody give me their personal order for Firehouse. Oh. And we bring in Firehouse for the meeting tonight. Trev, what do you think? What do you think about Firehouse Subs tonight for the meeting?
Yes.
They are delicious.
Yeah. I would love that, actually.
Okay.
That'd be really good.
All
no
right.
pressure, though. No pressure.
I'm going to text my little friend here,
see what we can
Kyle
do.
Furby.
Is the breakfast menu in play?
Breakfast menu will not be in play at 6 p.m. tonight. I don't think. Anyway, that might be. We'll run it by the guys when they start to roll in today and see what they think. But if you haven't had Firehouse yet, it is absolutely delicious. Good CFL segment there with Strev again. And this is a massive game. Edmonton, Saskatchewan, second half of a back-to-back. Can you, I can't even fathom a world where the Elks sweep the Riders, then beat Montreal, and sweep the season series against the Alouettes.
Winning that game last week was so important because, as I mentioned, this 3-game set, there's really no pressure either. You're kind of going into this with house money in a sense, because even if you were to, say, lose and even the next 2, you're still in a very, very good spot. We talked about this team coming in and taking steps and maybe getting a playoff game. And if you're talking about sitting atop the division with some space, it's free money. So that it's not even like they're coming to this game where there's pressure on. I mean, the pressure's on the Riders. Full stop. So you're kind of playing free and easy. You're sitting where you are in the standings, and you're coming off that big electric win where, if it's not Rankin, it's Fajardo. If it's not Fajardo, it's Rankin. You got Blanchard kicking, 80-yard field goals. You got to be feeling good for all 3 facets right now. Sitting where you're sitting, coming home, defending Grey Cup champs who you just beat the week before. It's gravy.
I'm going to throw this out there with Blanchard, because in this business, it's easy for us to be critical of people and then just gloss over it when we're wrong. I'm going to say I was wrong on Blanchard.
Are we talking kickers?
We're going to talk kickers for a second. I know my Friday Night Football partner, Luke, does not love the kickers. And Sean White was actually pretty pissed at me a couple weeks ago.
Shout out Whitey for carrying the Birmingham Barracudas to a big Dunya win as well.
And they were driving the field for a field goal late in the game, and I was like, I think they probably got to get to the 40 and it'd be a 47.
had-
And I'm just like, oh, maybe he probably won't hear about it. So I get back to the room that night, and I see a text on my phone, Sean White. I'm like, hey, what's up? Or he texts me, he goes, 40? Really? I get to the 40? I was like, well, Whitey, I mean, his season long this year was 43. He's in his 18th year. I was just like, man, I just thought that would probably be where you feel safe and comfortable. He's like, I was hitting from 55 in that direction in warm-up. And I was like, listen, man, I always got you, because with our CFL on TSN top 50 that we do, you have to have a kicker in there. And Sean White is always my kicker.
Sure.
I don't care. It's like Sean White on the list. I told him, I said, you tell you, he's like, my friends are texting me. They're pissed. I said, you tell those friends that I'm still the guy who has you on the TSN top 50 every single year. So yeah, it was funny, but still kickers. I was wrong on Blanchard. I'll just say it. When he started, I was like, man, this guy doesn't have it.
Yeah.
And they've been struggling for a kicker for so long, actually, since they lost Sean White. Right? They should have just kept Sean White. But they let Sean White leaves. They couldn't find a kicker for a while. They get Blanchard. He was young, came out with good pedigree in school, but it didn't look like he had it. I was 100% wrong on Blanchard. This guy is dialed in as one of the best kickers in the league.
So
and
what
that
you're saying
57-yarder to win it was phenomenal.
There's hope for Alex Hale yet.
Well, not in Regina. I mean, that might just be a kicker graveyard. Lothar was there, was awful. He's 20 for 20 so far this season out in Ottawa. And they were protecting Hale quite a bit, right? He wasn't even taking kicks outside of 40, and then he misses.
I brought it up.
Yeah.
2-point loss. And that miss he had was not just a miss.
That was awful.
That was
that was awful.
Good snap, good hold.
Man, this game is going to be, I am so excited. I'm actually going to.
29 degrees in sunshine.
I am.
It's going to be sloppy.
I'm going to save some of my juice on Friday Night Football so that I can crank it up on Saturday afternoon back here. Not from a party perspective. I'm calling the game. But, like, I don't want to be totally vocal cords blown from Friday Night Football. Because I want to crank it up here on Saturday.
You'll be one of your favorite places to call a game from Ottawa.
That's a night game, so the sun shouldn't be shining in my face. I hope. But yeah, it's gonna be very exciting. I would love if WestJet could get direct flights from Edmonton to Ottawa. This pisses me off. I got a little beef there.
Okay.
There's no direct flights to Ottawa, so I have to go through Calgary on the way there, and I have to go through Calgary on game day coming back.
You should leave today and take the train, see your country. Wouldn't that be something?
I would like to do that one time in my life.
No, me too.
I'd like to do cross country train trip.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think that's a thing that Tam and I do once the kids move out.
Uh-huh.
Right, just a husband, wife. Well, mind you, the kids would like to see the country too. The kids are really into Amazing Race Canada right now. So they would probably think it would be cool to go across the country.
You get on the Rocky Mountaineer.
Is that the one that goes
like
through the Rocky Mountains?
One. Yeah. And then you get served like lobster 3 times a day.
If I ever did the cross country trip, I would try to get the entire, like all the passengers worried about guys on horses robbing us. Like an old fashioned, they run up along the side of the train.
They reenact those.
No, they don't.
You can go, there's arena, and then you have like a supper and everything, but you go through the whole process. Yeah.
And the guys are riding up along the train?
You do the whole thing. Yeah.
Trev, you would love a train ride, right? Like that'd be.
And I've always wanted to be on a train. Like bad.
Yeah.
Where I'm from, every now and then you'd see it. And I'd be like, damn.
The train would roll through like the fancy passenger train?
Yeah.
Comes through the rolling hills of Pincher Creek?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I'm like, oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
I'll just be fishing. I'd see it. You'd see it a lot by Lumbrick there, where you took your family.
Yeah, we had a great time at the. It was a good time. We stopped at the Lumbrick Falls. Marshall hit his head on a rock though. Oh, kind of ruined the part for you. We walked underneath like
I like how you just Marshall cracked his head on a rock.
Well, we walked right down next to the falls, and then we were around the corner, and the kids were playing in the water a bit. And then we went to walk back up under the little bridge, and he stepped up, and there was a big cement. And I heard it. It was like cracking. He's like, ah! And he's like, I'm hit! And I'm like, my son! So then I took him under the waterfall, and I bathed his head in the water falling down.
Jeez.
Did you see the guy who took a boat off the Lumbrick Falls?
Oh, yeah.
That guy's nuts.
That is.
Anyway, that was a good time. We totally got sidetracked here. How do we end up talking? Oh, and also, what about this? Nasty bash, but on a train across the country.
Oh, that'd be wicked.
How's that for a trip?
In a boxcar.
Yeah.
Like, we're riding the rails, baby.
Us
like,
and hobos
and we're picking
who are
people
just
up along the way.
along the
You
way.
got to run on it and jump on it. Yeah. Fergie's piping out the window.
Hula Boy Steve says the cash. Here. Hula Boy Steve says the Stettler train robbery.
Yeah.
The cash you give to the robbers goes to charity.
Yeah, my mother-in-law did one at Ojima, Saskatchewan, but it's a full experience. And then it's all for like, this one's for like stars and stuff. But yeah, I hear it's like as real as it gets.
The Nasty Train. Who would want to ride with us on the Nasty Train?
That sounds interesting.
Run a train.
What's happening this weekend? Oh, I'm going to the Nasty Train. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, we could do it next door.
They would love that.
I love it. All right. Let's get into that's so good for the Italian Center. Ooh, there's another option tonight. You get a couple Italian Center platters.
Yeah.
Thrown down in the middle of the table.
Yeah.
Bunch of paninos.
That's not bad.
Or just random deli meats. You can have that.
Oh, make your own sandwich. We're doing make your own sandwich night.
We've done a couple of the charcuterie boards before. You've had the cheeses and the...
Yeah, let me ask you this question. If I was to go to Italian Center tonight and pick up various slabs of meat, sliced, so we can make our own sandwiches tonight.
Thinly sliced.
Right?
How many grams of meat do I need? Various types for 10 grown men. 9 grown men and Zach.
And Zach. Oh, geez.
He's a big boy.
How many
grams?
How many
I
kilograms?
couldn't
Probably looking at poundage.
Yeah.
Pounds of meat.
I think it'd be a few pounds.
Well, you want to get in the same trap as before. We'd rather have leftover
The
meat
last
than
thing
not
I
enough
want
meat.
is to be sitting here and
Another controversy.
Benny doesn't get any slices.
True.
Scott on a hotel balcony says 3,000 grams. That's 3 kilograms. Can I get 3 kilograms of pastrami, please?
Oh, that's a lot. That'd be good, though.
Probably could just do platter of paninos.
I think that's the safe bet for sure.
Well, looks like we've got some great options in for.
Not short of them. Nope.
And if you are just joining us, we will have a live chore draft tonight around 7 o'clock on our YouTube channel as we redraft the chores here at the office at the staff meeting tonight. All right, that's good for the Italian Center. I got to tell you, boys, I look good in Sixers blue. Hey, how good is this hat?
And or red or whatever other.
And you know what I'm excited about? I want to get, like the black with the old gold sort of 76ers logo.
Yeah.
So classic. I will be getting a black Sixers hoodie for the upcoming season.
So hoodie's the next one.
I'm going to get a hoodie, t-shirt. Marshall wants a hat.
Are you looking at this?
No.
Okay,
I want the gold. I want the gold. Is that on Amazon?
I'm looking at here. This is Fanatics.
Oh, Fanatics.
But
I want like the throwback Sixers.
They got all this James stuff already up here. Look at this.
Somebody came up to me
reading
the Nasty
paper.
Bash and was like, Dusty, the James jerseys are already sold out. 76ers. You couldn't
Get one of these with the James on it. Yeah,
that's the one I'm talking about. The old Allen Iverson color.
Yeah.
I want that one.
You got
That's what I
options.
want.
They got a good look to them. Like they got a lot of color schemes and all that. Like it's not boring.
So my that's good is I get one more run with a new team.
Yeah, but now you and Maddie, that's an end of an era too.
Yeah, we got into it. We're sitting there. Wannick and I are getting into it at the Nasty Bash because I was talking about like, oh, so LeBron's gone for the Lakers now, and now I hate the Lakers. Again.
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna ask. Is that what it is?
No, I always thought that when they got Luka, I was like, you know what? When I figured LeBron would retire as a Laker, he'd leave, and I would just stay with Luka. But I gotta tell you, man, Luka's like a whiny little B word.
Oh,
like he's kind of annoying.
Yeah.
So I was totally opening that door because I love it. I love how he plays. And people are gonna be like, Dusty, you're crazy as a LeBron fan, but Luka constantly is whining.
Yeah.
And so I can't do it. So I'm done with the Lakers.
And don't get started on Drew Timmy.
They never gave Drew Timmy a fair shot. So I'm a full blown Sixers fan now. And I like the hat. The hat looks good. 76ers are a classic organization, man. It's great. And I like the fact, and many people will know this, but I followed LeBron James very closely for his entire career. And I will put this starting 5 up against any starting 5 that he's been a part of. And people are like, you're nuts. But I'm not nuts. Like, look at when he went back to Cleveland. He had Kyrie Irving, he had Kevin Love. They were also starting guys like Tristan Thompson, right? Guys who shouldn't even barely been in the league. You go to Miami. Yes, he had Bosh and he had Dwayne Wade. Who else was starting on those teams? Mario Chalmers? This team with the Sixers, Tyrese Maxey, Olympian, averaged 28 last year. VJ Edgecombe averaged 16, but was one of the best rookies in the entire league. Jaylen Brown has been a finals MVP, and Embiid has been an MVP. And now you toss LeBron James, and this is the best starting five he's ever been a part of. So that's why I love that he did it.
Yeah.
It's great. He's trying to take a legitimate run at it again. And I can't wait.
Haas texts in, Paris Drewler's inbox, LeBron is the MVP of whining.
No, watch the Lakers game. Luka is worse. I can't believe it. I'm not even going to sit here and argue that like LeBron doesn't whine. LeBron also whines. But Luka is worse at it. So Maddie and I, we were arguing. Maddie's like, he should have taken a pay cut with the Lakers. Mm-hmm. And I said, no, you never respected him. Always all these Kobe hardos with the Lakers who are like, oh, he's not a Laker. I said, well, you couldn't accept him as a Laker. He's not a Laker anymore. And Maddie's wonderful girlfriend is standing there in between us.
Just embarrassed.
And she's just like, she was doing the popcorn gift. She's like,
it got heated.
Yeah. Oh, because we were getting into it. It was excellent.
You should have slapped him.
It's kind of sad.
No. Why is it sad? Why is it sad?
Well, you guys would come in and you talk Lakers, and it was just.
They still have Duke though. Like you
we
read
are Duke.
that
Blue Devil
during
fans.
March. Yeah.
So we always have Duke, and we always have the television show Big Brother. Yeah. So there's always things that we have the same, but now I'm anti-Lakers.
It's the end of a mini era for you and Iwanic.
Yeah, it is. It was a fun time.
Yeah.
It was a good run.
Got to come together. But I am a full-blown Sixers fan now. Probably going to try to go watch a Sixers game. They're going to be in Toronto more now. Yeah. And LeBron always crushes and owns Toronto. Yeah. So maybe I can get the family out to Toronto.
Your boy Nick Nurse leading the...
also Nick Nurse, phenomenal coach.
Yeah.
So that's exciting as well. And how about this? You know who is like the president of the Sixers?
Go on.
Okay. Bob Myers, who was the GM of the Golden State Warriors when they were the dynasty. So they're in good hands with him. And you know who the general manager of the Sixers is? He's a guy who was a high school all-star the same time LeBron was a high school all-star.
Wow.
Then he was in Cleveland. Now he's the GM of the Sixers, and he's signing LeBron. And the Sixers are... I'm not going to say... I don't know if I want to go as far as like the favorites in the East. I think betting-wise, they probably will be because of the hype. But the Knicks are the defending champions. I mean, and they just had a phenomenal run. So the Knicks are still the team to beat in the East.
But in terms of getting a market over the hump, like we saw with the Knicks, this is now the next. Like the fairy tale, it's already a bit of a fairy tale with everything you've laid down here.
Yeah.
But taking that market, which we saw with the Knicks.
If you could take the Sixers to a championship.
Man, oh man.
That'd be at 42 and 43 years old. Get out of here. Nolan from St. Albert says Albert Şengün is the biggest whiner in the league. Really sick of that guy as a Rockets fan. I would agree. Watching in the playoffs, that Şengün, he's like taller version of Luka from a whininess perspective.
Haas, back in. I've been a Lakers fan since the 80s and found it hard to cheer for them when LeBron got there. I'm happy he's gone. So look, everybody's
That's
happy.
how Lakers fans
he's
are. They're
happy,
ridiculous.
you're happy.
You not forget that the Lakers were irrelevant for like 4 years before LeBron came and restored them to greatness? They sucked the last years of Kobe, and they sucked after Kobe. The only reason they're relevant right now is because LeBron went there and made them relevant again.
Big Uke says get Chelsea to work on a TO trip for Raptors and Celtics, but maybe a Sixers trip.
That's not a bad idea.
YouTube Trev's best weekend of his life. Dustin Nielson's best weekend of his life. A trip to see the Sixers take on...
Matt Hyman says, if it's the best starting five, shouldn't you be expecting the ship? Oh, I said it's the best starting five LeBron's ever been a part of. I didn't say in the league. Could be one of them. Think about this. You're a Sixers fan. And I'm sure I'll have Sixer fans coming out of the woodwork speaking my language now. But if you're a Sixers fan, you went from Paul George to Jaylen Brown and LeBron James. Some of the Sixers fans are probably like, pinch me, wake me up. So, yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be excellent. That's a good. All right, what are we doing? We got trivia. Trivia hit on Friday, 6-0. Okay.
Yeah, you and T-Mac could go on a Philly trip. Remember, he was chanting Philly all night there.
He kept
you
saying...
got a friend in him.
Yeah, oh yeah, T-Mac was, that's my guy now. Yeah, he texted in and he goes, Eagles, Sixers, Flyers. And I just kept looking back at him and going, Sixers, Eagles, Flyers. I'll never cheer for the Eagles or Flyers. And I've always been a Sixers guy.
Well, the hat illustrates that. Yeah.
Exactly. You think I bought this hat on Amazon on Friday? Yes, I did. 7 o'clock hour has been brought to you by Game Sense. Remember, if you gamble, please use your Game Sense. Actually, take a quick look at this for a second here. Let's see if Play Alberta's got NBA futures up. Just to see. Come on, load up here. We'll get to it. We'll get to it in the 8 o'clock hour. We do need one more question for 3 questions too many. If you have a question, send it over. And we need somebody to play Kind of Easy Trivia right now. We've hit 6 in a row. If you want to play, text YouTube Trev. 780-218-9999. 780-218-9999 if you'd like to play trivia. Gift certificate to Mr. Mike's is up for grabs. We need a question for 3 questions too many. And then Gager's going to join us just after 8:30 today. We'll talk some F1. He was coaching youth hockey players over the weekend. Lots to get to with Joaquin Gage. But Kind of Easy Trivia, 3 questions, Gager and the wrap, all still to come. And if you want to play trivia right now, text Trev, 780-218-9999. Let's make it 7 in a row. If you're listening on 95.7, a couple minutes of traffic and commercials, then you're back with us. Don't go anywhere. If you are listening online today, on YouTube, on TuneIn, on iHeart, we do have a sports update with Lieutenant Eric. Sports Updates brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc. Locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and the surrounding area since 1993. Doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course, plywood.
Windsor, the experts you need to know.
Go see the knowledgeable staff at Windsor Plywood Leduc.
14 fourth quarter points from the Alouettes saw Montreal knock off Hamilton 31-18 to cap Week 8 in the CFL. Week 9 will kick off Thursday night from Winnipeg between the Bombers and Lions. The Elks look to make it 2 in a row as they host the Roughriders Saturday at 5. Toronto Blue Jays dropping the rubber match of their series in Boston 6-1 to the Red Sox yesterday. They're back on the diamond tonight visiting the Nationals at 4:45. Max Scherzer gets the start coming off the IL. Jays 5.5 games back of a wild card spot. Riverhawks completing the weekend sweep of the Kelowna Falcons, 12-9 your final yesterday afternoon for Miamax, capping the home portion of the regular season schedule. Hawks will end the season with 9 on the road beginning tomorrow in Kamloops. Don't miss the Edmonton Riverhawks Community Foundation Field of Dreams Festival, August 22nd at Remax Field. Hear stories from former Jay and Trapper Devon White. Try your luck in the batting cage and learn how to throw a curveball from the pros. Proceeds from the festival go towards helping more local kids play the game they love. Get your tickets for the Field of Dreams Festival at riverhawksfoundation.ca. The Edmonton Stingers locking up a playoff spot over the weekend, defeating Calgary 189 yesterday. They'll round out the regular season schedule with a pair of home games Friday against Saskatoon and Sunday at home to Ottawa. In only his 3rd start as a professional, Jackson Koiven with a 3-stroke victory as he'd hold off Scotty Scheffler to capture the 3M Open. PGA Tour continues at the Rocket Classic from Detroit this upcoming weekend. And Lando Norris snapping an 8-month drought, winning the Hungarian Grand Prix with Max Verstappen and Kimi Antonelli rounding out the podium. Action will pick up with the Dutch Grand Prix from Zandvoort in late August. Sports Update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc, locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and the surrounding area since 1993. Doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff at Windsor Plywood Leduc.
It's such a special day. Bagpipes fired up and the nasty bash is underway. And we know that there's a special place where all the AM nasties can party for just a single day. We are just living the dream since leaving 1260. Beers at Fergie's place with that trash TV. The Elks did make us proud, and boy, it caused a scene. Cash J's play of the day, and everybody screamed, oh, it just had begun. All the boys and girls, nasty bash at the club. Oh, mama, we're just having fun. Troy was dancing with wheels. It's where we belong down at Fergie's Rugby Club. bathroom and Tony changing beds outside the door. Big uke and a 6 o'clocker can. Dusty pours it on his head. Now he's a made man. Nelson had a crazy dream. Honey dill for him to eat. Christian from Winnipeg, you've been too good to he. Trev's grandma won't be proud, 'cause in his car he'd sleep. Tommy sees another girl, you know he's gonna scream. Oh, we just have begun. All the boys and girls, nasty bash at the club. Oh, mama, we're just having fun. Trev's dancing with wheels. It's where we belong down at Fergie's Rugby Club. We're gonna keep on bashing at Fergie's Rugby Club. We'll be two-step dancing over on the hardwood. We're gonna keep on bashing at Fergie's Rugby Club. Fergie's Rugby Club.
8:10 on a Monday morning, the Monday after the Nasty Bash on Saturday night. Shout out to Fergie and the St. Albert Rugby Club for hosting us again. It was an absolutely wonderful time. Fergie's prostate has texted in this morning because taking a lot of heat today for not having the fish available for the fish and chips. Fergie's prostate text in and says, here's the new theme for the Nasty Bash song. Instead of all gas, no brakes, it can be all wings, no fish. Yeah, no fish. I will have a Nasty Bash song. I think I know where I'm going to go with like the parody, and then lots of things happen that we can certainly tie in. Klima's lid says BYOF to Nasty Bash 27. Bring your own fish.
I do like that. People showing up with
BYOF. That's pretty good. The inbox is moving. It's nice. It's a Monday. People are fired up. This is good. I like this one, Martin, about LeBron. It says Dusty singing Gaston from Beauty and the Beast to LeBron. No one's slick as LeBron. No one's quick as LeBron. No one's neck is incredibly thick as LeBron.
Oh, there's another song you can.
That's a good one too, actually. I like that one. That's pretty fun. All right, the Nielson Show today and every day brought to you by Weiss Johnson.
Weiss Johnson.
Whoa. Yes. Brought to you by Weiss Johnson. Need a new furnace because the storm ruined yours? Get one now. Strain furnace. 15% off any additional mechanical system if you do it at the same time. Air conditioner, heat pump, hot water tank, garage heater. 15% off plus no interest for 24 months. Visit wjsportstalk.com and book an estimate today. We are going to have trivia. We've got 3 questions. If you have any questions for 3 questions too many, you can fire them our way, 780-218-9999. It's the summer. We can even do the odd bonus 4th question. Gage is going to join us just after 8:30. Plus, we have the wrap for William Huff. 8 o'clock hour of the Nielsen Show is brought to you by GD Liquidators, Auctions, and Appraisals. Mention EST and you get 5% off anything new or used. Plus, don't miss their monthly online auctions. www.gdliquidators.com. They're Canadian-owned and operated. Make them your first call. 780-447-2787 if you sit there and you go, oh, man, I need something. Then you give them a call, 780-447-2787, or you visit them at 14510 124th Ave. And keep the text flying in here as well. Vincenzo going back to the game on Thursday. How about that underthrow by Harris in the end zone? You don't see that very often.
I think it was a little to the side.
Getting around the upright?
Yeah. When they showed on the replay, yeah.
How about the throw from Trey Ford yesterday to seal the game away?
A few people have mentioned it.
The
this
interception.
Morning.
That was. What are you doing? That was really bad. Hamilton's defense deserves better.
Well, yeah.
Like Hamilton's defense is very good. They're keeping them in games.
Yeah.
Actually, who is it? Somebody texted in today. They were asking for some CFL fantasy advice. Did you see that one? Thinking about dropping Lawler. And I would keep Lawler. Because Lawler's the one guy that I think Trey can, like Keandre Smith, is taking a beating.
Yeah, Bo makes some guys look better. Lawler already is, and that
Lawler's
would be a guy,
just legit.
He's an escape route for whoever's playing quarterback.
I think it was in the fourth quarter last night. Lawler got in behind the defense, and Trey missed him. It was on the run. He had to heave it up. It was, it could have been a better throw too. So I would not drop Kenny Lawler. I would lower my expectations for Kenny Lawler, but I would not drop Kenny Lawler. All right, let's play a little kind of easy trivia for Mr. Mike's. Gift certificate to Mr. Mike's is up for grabs. We've hit 6 in a row. Remember your best summer? Well, this one's about to top it. Welcome to Camp Mike's at Mr. Mike's. Mess hall, waffle, fry nachos, campfire mojitos, and stories that get better every round. Camp Mike's. Come make it a summer to remember. Mr. Mike's. Eat locally. Enjoy casually. Trev, who's playing today, buddy?
DJ Petrin.
All right, DJ Petrin. Looking to take the streak to 7. DJ Petrin, good morning. You ready to go, buddy?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. Travel start the ticker. I have to read the first question. Good luck. What sport does Trey Ford play?
Football.
Which city is home to the CFL's Tiger Cats?
Hamilton.
Does Lando Norris drive race cars or motorbikes?
Race cars.
Which team did LeBron James sign with on Friday?
The Sixers.
Name one other player who has played for the 76ers in their history.
Allen Iverson.
Boom. Whoa. Allen Iverson. This guy's a huge Sixers fan.
Are you kidding me? That's right. Who do you think you are? I am. Get it right.
You can't have a newcomer come in and steal the show.
That's a paddling.
Oh, we've been strong. We're just playing by the rules.
Oh, you better believe that's a paddling.
And I was in Miami with my new beach house. Well, it was a couple minutes from the beach.
That's a paddling.
The first year, we took it to the limit. Take it to the limit.
You cannot come to my house. No, not today.
You cannot come to my house. No, not today.
Monday morning, Clubby Loop. DJ Petrin. Huge NBA fan. Couple hard questions like that, and he got them. Pretty impressive stuff. Once again, the questions were, which team did LeBron James sign with on Friday? He knew it. He said the Sixers. Pretty impressive. And then name one other player who's played for the 76ers. And how many of you would have gotten Allen Iverson? But he did.
And on a Monday.
He did.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive stuff. Klima's lid says, Dusty, can we get a LeBron, what are you doing? And we didn't even talk about that. That could have been an ugly. You see that play? Friday Night Football. LeBron with the interception, turns, is getting tackled, tries to lateral it to Marquel Lee, and Ontario Wilson picks off the lateral, and the Bombers get it back instantly. I don't know what he was thinking. But he ended up with 3 interceptions in the game, which is a franchise record.
I just want to see these film rooms whenever there's a turnover. And all you got to do from a defensive side, just fall on the ball.
Yeah.
And some of these guys try to pick it up and they lateral and they do all this other just
I'm going to hang. I'm not hanging 100% of it on LeBron though. Like if you haven't seen it, go back. Now I know I'm hanging like 90% of it on LeBron.
Yeah.
Because he has it, he's getting tackled, and Marquel Lee's standing next to him like this with his hands out, like throw me the ball. Like he should have been get down. Instead, he's calling for the ball. Why would you call for the just? And it was a pick in like the 25 of the Bombers.
Yeah.
Automatic points.
Like it's tempting, I get it, but you just have to play the safe
like
card
your natural instincts are like, we're going to score a touchdown here.
Exactly.
But come on, man.
Don't.
That was tough. Somebody else texted in earlier here and said, you were going to clip something from Rod Black?
Yeah, Rod left us.
What do you give us?
I mean, you just have to hear Rod Black was on Friday's show, and your mind can go a lot.
That's why I'm so curious.
It's all audio gold. I mean, we can clip the whole segment, but when you're gone and Dave's in, I usually play the Shaq station ID. Oh, hey, Shaq, listen to Edmonton Sports Talk. So I was like, well, I'll get another station ID. I said, well, I'll get Rod Black. And we didn't even do it. Usually you do that, when you're off, the interview's over, and the producer goes, "Hey, thanks for your time. Can we get a station?"
Just did it right on the air.
Live on air. I'm like, "Rod, give us the gold." He leans in, and I'm thinking we're going to get a Rod Black original. He does a Mike Tyson impersonation.
No,
unsolicited, and he hits it out of the park, as Rod Black would do.
Did he say, "Hey, this is Rod Black"?
No, he's Mike Tyson, and he went on. I can't remember what he said, but he went on for a bit, and then he gave us a standard Rod Black one too. So he gave us not one but two station IDs. Both in his voice and doing a Mike Tyson, which totally out of left field, which is Rod Black.
That's incredible. We got to clip that thing.
Yeah.
We got to clip that thing immediately. That's awesome. All right, let's get into three. We got three questions too many coming up. We've got Dead Mouse over on the Nancy chat says, just heard about the post-game staff. Looking forward to this season. Can't wait for open line time.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm talking about.
If you missed it at the Nasty Bash, we did announce that our Oil Stream pre- and post-game show this year will be legendary pre- and post-game show host Reed Wilkins from the smash hit Reed Wilkins Show every day from 3 to 6. Reed will be doing the pre- and post-game with Benny Thompson for all road games. And then things are going to get a little spicy for home games as Hernan Salas will be hosting for home games with Benny Thompson. Gager's going to be mixed in as the analyst as much as he possibly can. And then Reed will still join post games for home games with Reed's Reed like he did last season as well. So we feel like we've got two really good guys to work on the pre and post game shows this year. They're both very excited about it. I'm very excited about it, and hopefully the Oilers can go on a bit of a run. It'd be a pretty good time.
Just looking at these new Buffalo Bills alternate uniforms right now. Nickel City is what they're.
Ooh, Nickel City. What's that? Bills Twitter.
Yeah, it's all over right now. Kind of, I could sure go for a Pepsi. That's what it's kind of leading me to.
Really?
It looks. Kind of, I don't know. It's something. They have those explanations. Now uniforms they'll do, and they'll be like this and that and the other, and it has a full explanation.
Is Buffalo known as Nickel City?
Well, Buffalo nickel, right? Like they used to back in the early days. They had the nickel had a buffalo on it. And they don't make those nickels anymore.
I guess it makes sense.
But a Buffalo nickel, Billy Bob Thornton said on Armageddon. I'll bet you a Buffalo nickel you can get down there.
He does say that.
It was earlier in the movie. Yeah,
he does say that.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I never knew. I never got the reference.
Yeah,
but I remember it. All right, let's get into three questions too many for great staff at Park Mazda. Did you already do the liner? No.
No. Three questions too many brought up by the great staff at Park Mazda and dealer principal Mitch Lewicki, who might just pop by the staff meeting tonight if you are getting those cold cuts from the deli. Park Mazda, your dealer for life.
They always refer to Mitch Lewicki as the cold cut monster.
He loves the cold cut.
Yeah.
And a Buffalo nickel.
All right, question number one. Is there any way the Elks shouldn't be number one on all CFL power rankings this week?
Well, no. The only thing with power rankings is sometimes, that's, okay. Power rankings should be a hot take, right? Because you could easily go to the standings and just say, well, gee, you rank them best to last. But that's no fun. Power ranking is supposed to be kind of, maybe you won the last three and you dropped one last week.
Yeah.
You're still up there maybe, or whatever the case is. I don't know. So, yeah, I guess right now, they should be powerful. They knocked off the defending champions in their own barn. And Montreal not looking so good in that win over Hamilton. So those are their two division leaders. So, yeah, if you're going to rank them, I'd say Edmonton's probably higher.
There's no way the Elks can't be number one.
I'd love to see the case for it, but it would be rage bait. That would be what it would be. And I don't know why or what. Like, if somebody were to not have them at one, I'd love to hear the explanation because I don't know if there is one.
I'm stretching it here. Okay, let me first
build me a case.
Let me first say the Elks are clearly number one. Okay, they've beaten the Riders. They've beaten the Alouettes.
Yes.
You're number one. And this is, well, it's too much of a stretch. The only thing I would say is that Montreal's one loss came against a 6-1 Elks team.
Yes.
Edmonton's loss was to a team that only has one win.
Well, that's
like that's the only. I think that's the only way you could try to start the conversation.
That's fair.
Is that the Elks' loss was worse than the Alouettes' loss?
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Outside of that, it's got to be. That's it. It's got to be that. Question number two. What do you guys think has to happen for LeBron's time in Philly to not be viewed as a failure? Because everybody will want it to be a failure, right? So there'll be people who say, well, if he doesn't win a championship, it's a failure.
Yeah. Put me down for that.
But at 42 years old?
Yeah, I know. But see, now you're giving yourself an off-ramp here. That's the...
No, I'm just saying...
No, I know, but...
At 42 years old, if you're expecting him to take the Sixers, who they've won one playoff round in the last 3 years, if you're expecting him to take them to a championship, then he is clearly the greatest player of all time because he's 42 years old.
Sure.
And you still have this championship expectation for him. Right? Now, you're probably right. You might be right. A lot of people say if he doesn't win a title, everywhere he's gone, he's won a title.
Right.
Right? That didn't happen with the other guy. So
and he's not just
that's
going
one thing he's got
time.
going for him. So he's going there with a really good team. But let's say, what if they get to a final and then get to a conference final?
Depending on how that goes,
he'll be 43 in the second year of this deal.
Yeah, but I mean, with this market too, and there's no. Like if the Sixers won a championship like 2 years ago or something like that, then it's not. But now it's.
See, so what he's done here.
This is it.
What he's done here is like if he goes to Cleveland and doesn't win a championship, people are like, "Oh, it's nice. He went home, went to Cleveland."
Yeah.
He goes to Miami, doesn't win a championship. You go, "Well,
he's done
Miami,
it there already.
You've done it there already." It's Golden State. Well, they're the Expendables. Kind of at the age of 41, going into a 42-year-old season. Put himself in like this.
Can't say it enough.
This top end. Well, but it's the truth.
No, I know.
Like guys at this age aren't supposed to still be the thing that takes a team from being the fifth best team in the conference to the first. That's what he does.
Especially when you're a team that's starved as much as they are.
I think like 3 times at the Nasty Bash, it came on. People were like, "Oh, I see." I'm like, the fact that you're expecting this from him just shows to me that you know he's the greatest of all time.
God, you were going to be...
Nobody else ever would have these expectations.
I know everybody's waiting for hockey season, but this NBA season is going to be one for the ages with you.
Like when Jordan went to the Wizards, was anybody sitting there when he went to and said, well, they got to win a title? Because that's all he does. He wins titles.
He did play
Nobody
baseball.
said that about him.
He played baseball.
Because he quit twice already.
He's a multi-sport athlete.
Could you imagine what people would say
Multi-sport
about LeBron if he retired in his prime and then retired again later and then came back again? Like if he came back from 2 different retirements, people would be like, he would be vilified for it.
Yeah, it didn't happen with the other guy because he had 6 by the time he left. He was bored and came back. Definitely blemished his legacy. That comes in from Sean.
Everybody just forgets that he played for Washington. Nobody brings it up. They also forget the 80s in which he was owned by super teams. Like, come on. What are we doing? This is going to be an all-time season for me. You're right.
We
Trev,
don't
do you
even
think
know.
I can handle this season?
I don't know. We can.
I think you're primed and ready. Did you hear about it on the Hangout on Friday?
I saw it right before. I was watching the Hangout. Then I was in where was I? I was in Winnipeg. I was just doing some work on my computer. And then I saw it pop up on Twitter. Yeah. Then I went back to the Hangout and
like, what's this?
Yeah, I was like, here we go. This is it. And then
that would be fun, eh?
Maddie wanted this to be a prime time event, did he not?
Yeah.
Like he wants this to be like,
Oh, now we want it on TV announced as a decision?
Tee it
when
up.
he was criticized for it already? What are we doing?
Yeah, I think that would be cool.
I will tell you, though, there will be an all-time victory lap on this show.
We're not ready
if the
for it.
Sixers win a title.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking Philly cheesesteaks, a Liberty Bell, multiple Nick Cage movie references from National Treasure.
You're going to climb a traffic light downtown.
Here.
Nobody else will be. Yeah.
Not even Philly.
No.
Here.
Yeah.
Not even downtown because I don't want to go that far.
Well, whatever.
Just the West End. I'll climb something out here. I can't wait. All right.
We can. People listening.
Look at Nolan from St. Albert says Jordan went to go play baseball and the Bulls won 2 less games without him. 2 less games. That's interesting.
Very interesting.
Very interesting. All right, let's get to this one. Klima's lid. He brought this up to me at the Nasty Bash, and then he said he was going to send it in. I'm glad he did. Third question. If Bettman hired Stuart Johnston to be in charge of NHL rules, what's the one drastic change he would make?
And Klima's led, we were talking about this as well. He asked me the question, and I think we were discussing about putting like the blue line at center ice and having one blue line or
just
something.
Just 2 zones.
Yeah.
Right, we're talking drastic change.
Moving the nets back.
Like what Stu's doing in the CFL.
Nets up against the boards.
That's what I said to him.
Yeah. Well,
that's my thing. I was like, put the net up against the boards.
Yeah.
Like, what's the craziest thing you could do?
Yeah, I was thinking that was my original thought. Maybe like make the nets quite a bit bigger.
Oh, bigger nets.
Bigger nets.
What about smaller ice surface? Just play 3-on-3. A smaller ice surface.
It's not bad.
Like much smaller ice surface, like
no
3/4 of the size.
No offside. Just something that's like more goals. Players. Yeah. Smaller goalies.
Tube Socks. And Tube Socks, you were missed at the Nasty Bash. He would eliminate goalies and have the teams turn the nets around and then shoot it off the boards.
Okay, yeah. You got to kind of.
Oh, Maddie's clarifying his comment about the primetime.
Primetime? Yeah,
Maddie texts us and says, Dustin, we use my full name.
Oh.
Dustin, we didn't say LeBron needing to make his decision in primetime. We have you debating LeBron versus MJ in primetime.
Yeah. That was the debate. We didn't want to bury this like we wanted people to have their night, their evening, they're off work. You get your popcorn, you get in, and it's this.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what it was.
And it was you debating. It was one of Milne's friends.
Glue Guy's buddy.
Yeah. So
Sickler?
No.
I was gonna say easy peasy. He's always in meetings. He probably doesn't even know that LeBron has signed with the Sixers.
So you debating Buddy there in prime time about the whole Jordan. LeBron.
You know how many people I got lining up wanting to debate me in this? I'm telling you, whether you believe it or not, you don't have to smoke to debate me on this. I've got thousands of things saved to help me in this.
What we should do, and they do this in the political arena with like people, you sit in the middle in a chair, and then there's people sitting around. You've seen these, right?
Yeah.
People sit around, and they have flags, and then they kind of like come in and out, and then you got a timer, and you just go. I think we could do a nasty draw. Like we could have a bunch of people who feel they're up to the task.
Yeah,
Blue Guy's buddy included.
I already know what they're going to say too. They're going to say, "Oh, it got 6 rings." That's it.
They did that with Skip Bayless, and it was a tough watch.
Yeah.
And by the way, Dusty, I sent you Rod Black, Mike Tyson.
Oh, thanks. Dex says Glue Guy has a Jordan Savant.
GM Parisian says
weird. I thought everybody was Jordan Savants.
Jordan joined the 1963 Wizards. LaFlop only joins playoff teams. So obviously people are expecting improvement.
Actually,
You're welcome for explaining that.
Okay. He's wrong. When he went back to Cleveland, they weren't a playoff team. When he went to Miami, they'd been 5th the year before. This is the only time he's ever joined a team that won a playoff round the year before. So try again. Like I told you, this is I'm like Wayne Gretzky behind the net with this stuff. Like we're good to go. Come on.
Hello, this is Mike Tyson, the world heavyweight boxing champion and star of Hangover. You're listening to Edmonton Sports Talk with my guys, Lieutenant Eric and DVJ. Just listen to them or I'll punch the crap out of you.
That's Rod Black?
That's right, if you believe it.
That's the sound of the day right there. All right, we got to get moving along. Did we get a third question? Oh, yeah, we did the third question.
Yeah.
Kind of got distracted again out there. It's going to be a great year. We got the wrap for William Huff still to come. Gage was going to pop on here, too. Lando gets the job done. And Lewis Hamilton just keeps getting penalty after penalty after penalty.
Lucky Lando.
It's ridiculous. We'll get into that. If you're listening online this morning, sports update coming your way. If you're on 95.7, stick around. A couple minutes of commercials, quick traffic update. You're back with us. Here's LTE.
CFL Week 8 action wrapping up yesterday. It was the Montreal Alouettes, 156 rushing yards and a touchdown from Travis Thies. They defeat the Tiger Cats 31-18. Week 9 will kick off Thursday from Winnipeg between the Bombers and Lions. Elks, meanwhile, they'll look to make it 2 straight against the Roughriders when they host Saskatchewan Saturday at 5. The Toronto Blue Jays back on the diamond tonight when they visit the Nationals. First pitch 4:45. Max Scherzer gets the start coming off the IL. Jays dropping the rubber match of their series, the Red Sox in Boston 6-1 yesterday afternoon as they enter play 5.5 back of a wild card spot. Riverhawks complete the series sweep of the Falcons 12-9 down at Remax. Hawks will head on the road for 9 to wrap up regular season action beginning tomorrow night in Kamloops. Don't miss the Edmonton Riverhawks Community Foundation Field of Dreams Festival, August 22nd at Remax Field. Hear stories from former Jay and Trapper Devon White. Try your luck in the batting cage and learn how to throw a curveball from the pros. Proceeds from the festival go towards helping more local kids play the game they love. Get your tickets for the Field of Dreams Festival at riverhawksfoundation.ca. Stingers with a big 189 victory over Calgary yesterday afternoon down at the Expo Center, clinching a playoff spot. They will round out the regular season with a pair of home games next weekend. Jackson Koiven, in his third start as a professional, would win by 3 strokes over Scotty Scheffler to capture the 3M Open. The tour will continue with the Rocket Classic from Detroit this coming weekend. And Lando Norris snapping an 8-month drought, winning the Hungarian Grand Prix. Max Verstappen and Kimi Antonelli rounding up the podium. Action will pick up at the Dutch Grand Prix in late August from Zandvoort. Joaquin Gage joins the show next as Hour 3 continues here on Edmonton Sports Talk.
Take a look in the sky and say his name, yeah.
Well, very impressive. Taking a few years to put all this together.
It's not a one-year quest because it's so hard to get your hands on. At this stage of my life, I don't invest in green bananas. It's a lifetime quest. Just not sure if I'm going to be around long enough to see them ripen to be yellow. You can't party enough when you win that thing. It's a party machine. Party machine. That's why it's the Stanley Cup. It's hard. It's hard.
You're riding with the AM Nasty on the FM dial, 95.7 Cruise FM, or, of course, if you are watching over on YouTube or listening on TuneIn or iHeart, thank you very much for joining us for our fun summer shows. We've got the rap coming up for William Huff. Did you like that LeBron song?
Well, I think we have a sound of the day.
Yeah, that was, I think Barstool put that one out.
Okay.
Or I don't know if they got it from somewhere, but I saw it pop up on one of their feeds somewhere. Anyway, it was pretty funny. I thought that was nice. Thought that was nice for sure.
One of the, probably in a long list of collection of songs about LeBron and Philly. This coming.
Philly is embracing it, man.
Yeah,
Philly is embracing it,
and so are you.
And so are we. It's exciting times, I think. Joaquin Gage is going to be our GS Construction headliner today. For more than 5 decades, GS has been proud to serve our communities, and once again, they're hiring now. GS is looking for experienced top men, pipelayers, and operators. Visit gsconstruction.ca. Click on careers to find out more. And of course, he's on the Firehouse Subs hotline as well. There he is, Joaquin Gage. Coach. Gager, how are you, man?
Coach.
Good, guys. Happy Monday.
Did you win the tournament on the weekend?
Came up short. Lost in the playoffs. Couldn't get back to the finals this year. It was tough. It was unique though. Very unique tournament. There was a new coach that coached the Rangers this year. I'm sure you're familiar with one, Bob Stauffer. He was.
Did Stauf's team win?
No, thank God it didn't, because he. I I don't know if you know Stoff, but he does like to tell some stories.
Of course,
and
yeah.
Stoff's had a good regular season, let's say. Like he beat me in an absolute shootout, I think 13-12, and then went through Mac T's team and my buddy Dave Cooper, who eventually was the champion this year. But after the regular season, Stoff was telling everybody at the mall, and there were at least 30,000 people at the mall this weekend. They all knew that Bob Stauffer beat Craig McTavish, myself, and David Cooper in the tournament.
He was just telling everybody, but then failed in the playoffs.
Yeah, then it was pretty funny because Keith Gretzky was there. I got to get this video because Stoff was coaching, and Keith Gretzky went over and put a sign behind the bench when Stoff was coaching, and it said, "Fire Stoff now," because his team was losing in the playoffs. That was pretty funny, but it was awesome. The kids were great. They're just a hoot. I love this weekend. It's great, but unfortunately, Dave Cooper's sitting in this hot tub with the cup right now.
All right. What about F1 over the weekend? And Lando getting it done. Nice for him.
Just a rocket ship. I think it was I was watching, and he took the lead on lap 46 or 47 and just pulled away. Something got figured out with those McLaren cars. Unfortunate for Piastri, it fell apart. But Lando looking like Lando of last year. I'm not a huge fan of the Hungaroring. It's hard to pass. Way too many penalties for Lewis. It was reminiscent of my playoff game where I got kind of mad at the refs, which I usually don't. But
you got mad at the refs at this fun thing on Saturday?
Yeah. Well, listen. It's about the kids, okay? And you want them all to play and have a good time. What are you doing? They're going to run into each other. There's incidental contact, and someone just got whistle happy. I think they called 15 penalties, and they were body checking where they were just running it, and the game was over. But you're sitting these kids, and they're sitting in the penalty box for 2 minutes, and they're not out there. If there's a point where a referee can have a little quotation marks game management, it's when they're 8 years old, right? Come on. So that got on. I was livid after that.
You didn't get a misconduct or anything, did you?
Fine.
I kept it under wraps. I just there was some glances and glares, and a conversation afterwards. But
after the game conversation.
Well, yeah. I just just saying, hey, it's about the kids. No one's here to see you. There's no one critiquing your reffing skills here. All right, let's just make sure that everyone is happy, have fun. And then the worst thing was the finals. It looked like Mac T was coaching the Oilers. My buddy Dave Cooper's coaching the Bruins. The Bruins are up 4-1. The Oilers come back late. It's 4-3. There's a minute left, and guy comes down, sends a howitzer, and against the goaltender, I forget his name. He ended up winning the Joaquin Gage Goaltender of the Tournament award at the end of it because he was so good. But it was a little dribbler, and it got behind him, and a battle on the other side. Guy dives, pokes it in the net, but it was a quick whistle, and they said no goal. With I think there was probably 26 seconds left. So that would have been to tie, to go to overtime where you guys know it's 3-on-3, 2-on-2, 1-on-1. And we were just how could they do this? How could they rob us from this type of excitement? The fans were going nuts, Dusty. The whole upper bowl of the West Edmonton Mall was packed. And it was, but then they got the trophy, so it was good. But there was a lot of controversy from Stoff to the reffing to me losing my marbles. but overall, great weekend.
Sounds like a classic tournament at West Edmonton Mall.
It's another one.
I just want to keep talking about this.
Well, I was going to try to.
How
tie
are your
it back
analytics?
in.
Like, was the underlying numbers? Did you perform better than expected, or?
Yeah, like one kid on our team, he's gonna. I can almost guarantee he's going to be on Team Brick.
Yeah.
I think after the first 2 games, he had 16 goals. So we were top heavy, you could say. They're unique children. Like they would come off after a goal. Most of them are crying, and so you're trying to manage emotions more than anything. And I feel this little tug at my leg at one point. This little kid, Connor, he was great. He goes, "Coach," and I go, "Yeah, what's up?" And he goes, "I'm sad." And I'm like, "Dude," what? And so I sit down with him. I go, "Well, what's wrong, Connor? Are you okay?" He goes, "We're losing." And I had to console him to get him. Oh, he was just great, man. And so they have player of the games, and I had this little. I was coaching the Blues, and I had a little Blues emblem. So that was like their hardest worker. So after the games, they would pick who they thought was instrumental in the team for leadership and sportsmanship and stuff. So they had their own little award that they could wear in between games and stuff. So they really enjoyed that. And I saw a couple kids with it in the mall, and they showed me that they got it and stuff. So but cool. It was awesome.
Sounds like a good time. Sounds like those officials would have also given Lewis Hamilton a penalty again too, right?
I think they did. Yeah. I think they actually did.
This guy can't get out of the way right now. What's going on with him? He's second in the standings. He keeps getting penalized every weekend.
Yeah, you can't go speeding in the pit lane though. Come on, Lewis. And really, he should have found a way to get it done, getting past Max at the beginning. Right, and then kind of go after and establish, because I think this race comes down to strategy, and obviously if a safety car happens, a little bit of luck, but strategy and proper timing of pit stops, right? But happy for Lando. Like that's good to see the champion of last year finally win a race.
Gage, we announced at the Nasty Bash on Saturday that our Oil Stream pre- and post-game shows, I guess there's a few different announcements we can get to with you, that we will have Reed Wilkins hosting the pre- and post-game shows for road games. We will have your partner in crime on EST Afternoons, Hernan Salas, hosting pre- and post-games for home games. We will have Benny Thompson with those guys every single night, and we will have Joaquin Gage as much as he can make it work. Your thoughts on those two guys being guys that you can work with on pre and post game?
I'm looking forward to it, Dusty. That's those are heavyweights in pre and post game with their analysis. I liked what Reed did all last year, and of course, we all know what Hernan's capable of. With when things go wrong, the heat gets turned up, so to speak. And not unlike the screw it, let's do it parlay that we have every day, you sprinkle a little Gage in there once in a while. I think we got something special.
I think it should be good. We also announced that starting in September, we're going to have Oil Stream from Monday to Friday, every single day at noon, which means 2 guys and a goalie will be coming to a close. Now, we are going to try to reach out to Cass and have Cass come in and do like one last show and have Hernan and like how we started years and years ago. But it'll be a combination of me and Gager and Trev and Benny on Oil Stream from Monday to Friday. But your thoughts, Gager, on us saying farewell to 2 guys at the end of August and launching a new improved Oil Stream in September?
When you love something, Dusty, sometimes you just have to let it go.
Yeah.
And it was a unique time when you reached out and said, "Hey, do you want to do a podcast?" And I was like, "Yeah, man, that sounds great." And he goes, "We got Cass, and we're in that little dungeon in Little Brick, with the looking like we're doing like hostage videos,
straight up hostage videos, man."
That was the first time just kind of doing that stuff with you and having our show, and it was great. I always that was a real fun time, and the fact that we could keep it going, and we went through COVID with it, and we were all at home doing it. So there's some. You know what would be cool? I thought about this. If a best of of two guys two guys in the goalie.
Too, yeah.
And I'd have to find some time, but just to go through all the old clips and make a best of. And for 4 easy payments of $19.95, you could have it,
I like Gage cashing in on the final best of on two guys. You know what else I was thinking we should probably do, and we'll talk about this with our new Oil Stream co-hosts in Benny and Trev, but we should have a segment on Tuesdays and Thursdays somehow related to two guys.
Yeah.
That's a nice touch.
Some sort of fun segment. So the legacy of two guys lives on in the Oil Stream, right? So
maybe we'll figure something out today.
Yeah.
We got a big meeting.
I've got top storyline heading into the chore draft for you. What do you kind of
the meeting in
focusing
general?
on?
Yeah.
I like the kitchen, guys. I won't lie. If you want me to move around, I try to get it all nice for you.
Kitchen, they can trade it to you.
Yeah. I think I leave that nice and tidy for you guys to come in. Nothing better than a Monday morning and coming in with a fresh kitchen, So
there are dishes in the sink today. I don't know what that's.
But I wasn't there on Friday.
Oh,
there you go.
Well, then that makes sense. I know when I looked in the sink, I was like, why are these dishes here? It's usually perfect on Mondays. Okay. All right. That makes sense then.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. What are you thinking about Italian Center, Panino Platter, or Firehouse individual order Firehouse subs?
Yeah. Ooh, that's
we haven't done that
interesting.
one before.
Yeah, but you can't go wrong with either.
I know.
I'm kind of partial to me and the Italian
You
Center.
are a big Italian Center guy.
I go in there just to go up and down the aisles and leave, right? Just to make if I'm in a bad mood.
Just to make sure everything's good. Yeah.
I go take a number and I go, 31. And I go, yeah, that's Joaquin Gage. And I just go, hi, have a great day. I don't buy anything. I just say hi.
Take a number to say hi to people at the Italian Center. Oh, I love it. That's funny. Anyway, we're looking forward to Chore Draft and the meeting tonight. Gager, we'll see you around the office in a little bit.
Oh, I got some other stories for.
Oh, I can't
wait. I had
wait.
some good discussions with Mac T and Stoff and stuff. So we'll. It was great.
Coming a little early, buddy. I want to hear that. There you go. That's Joaquin Gage, everybody. He's our GS Construction headliner, and he's on the Firehouse Subs hotline. Firehouse. It's what's for dinner. Or maybe Italian Center. We got to figure this out. This is the stress of being the boss. Hate this stuff. Yeah. Hate it. Gager's the best.
You can't go wrong though. It's not
that's the
wrong
thing.
decision tonight.
Either way, it's gonna be great. Firehouse is right next to Italian Center. Could pick up the Firehouse and then go in and get some desserts from Italian Center.
Oh, a little mix and match.
Could do that.
Yeah.
Maybe
a cream horn for the boys.
Oh, only one, and we all have to share.
Sure, we got to take a bite and pass it around. Yeah.
All right, let's get into the wrap for William Huff. If you want your place to look as good as ours, get it done by Bruce and the Dream Team at William Huff. They've been the best in the biz since 1952. WilliamHuff.com. One more time, a shout out to Bruce and his lovely family for having my family in their suite yesterday when it was hot as balls out at the Riverhawks game. And we got to hang out down there with them for the game. It was a lot of fun.
Those ice cream sandwiches, hey?
The ice cream sandwiches at I don't know how those ice cream sandwiches aren't like sold at an ice cream sandwich shop at West Edmonton Mall. Like they're unbelievable. They're the best. And as always, I don't want to be the guy who goes to the suite and starts ordering things because it's not like on my tab. And Bruce is always like, "We got it."
Yeah.
So we always wait. But when his wife came up, she's like, "Do you guys want ice cream sandwiches?" I was like, "Yes, I do. I do want ice cream sandwiches." Bruce and his wife are pretty much as close to Edmonton parents as I'm going to get.
Yeah, good hosts.
And they're just the best, man. I love them. All right. What did we learn on the show today, boys?
Well, we learned about your thoughts on LeBron James. Everyone was real anxious to kind of get to Monday's program since you weren't here, to round out the week. And this was, I think we got them. And we're going to get more of them as time goes on.
Can I say one more thing about this?
It's your show.
Everybody's always like, oh, LeBron's not like MJ and Kobe because MJ and Kobe were killers. MJ and Kobe both faded out to obscurity at the end of their careers. This guy's a killer because he's still going to try to win more championships. There's a difference here. There's different levels to this.
How old is he?
41. Going to be 42. So there's that. Trev, what'd you learn today?
I learned that the Edmonton Elks are officially #1 on Streveler CFL Power Rankings, and rightfully so.
Yes, they are. That's great.
Yeah.
I learned that Rod Black's got a so-so Mike Tyson impression.
It's not winning any awards.
It's not like the best Mike Tyson impression I've ever heard.
It was just a surprise. We had no, like,
it was,
all of a sudden he's doing Mike Tyson.
It was pretty funny, actually. I thought it was a pretty good time. What else did we learn? We learned that the Nasty Bash was absolutely incredible. We learned that you had a good time at the Post Malone concert.
Best.
So that was nice. We learned that this was probably the best weekend of your life ever.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
it didn't suck.
That was that was good. So yeah, we learned a lot of stuff on the show today.
You learned a Buffalo nickel.
Yeah.
And that they still do those train robberies that you can go to. I'd love you to get one.
Cool.
You and Tammy should date night.
Even on a fake one, I'd still be scared.
You'd probably die. Like you would get shot.
I'd say I have no money.
They're fakes, and he still gets shot somehow. You know, like.
Let's see here. Let's get to your sound of the day today.
And they got JB, LeBron and MB, the real big three. They gave up some players cause they needed change. And you got to say his name. His name is LeBron James. I'm talking about the man on the Sixers. LeBron, I'm asking you to say his name. LeBron James. And no message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look in the sky and say his name. Yeah. LeBron, LeBron.
That's good stuff right there. That's really fun stuff. All right, 780-218-9999. Dave in Section T was at the Riverhawks game yesterday. He says, Fan Appreciation Day. I had just settled into my second bat of beer when a hot dog parachuted into my lap.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were throwing hot dogs off the roof at the stadium
Now that's
yesterday.
a gig, to be that person walking around on the top and just...
Awesome stuff. There was 2 foul balls that actually came up over the nets high enough that landed in the 2 suites next to us. And the one, actually I forgot to tell you guys about this, the one bounces in the suite to the right and then bounces to our suite, and Bruce puts his hand up to get it, bounces off his hand.
No.
I was holding Marshall's team photo in my right hand, and I dropped it, but I didn't put my right hand up. I tried to come over my head with my left hand, hurt my shoulder a little bit. But I got just a fingertip off it. I would have had it, but it bounced off Bruce's hand, changed direction slightly, bounced off my finger, and then some kid in this booth next got it.
Kid.
And I was pretty pissed about that. I really wanted to make the big catch, but that didn't happen. Guess the Sixers are the only one making the big catch over the weekend.
Coming away with an injury, too.
Yeah, my finger's okay. I think I'll be all right. All right, let's get to your text of the day today. I had two that were shortlisted. I'm going to give you guys a choice on this.
Oh boy.
There's the one from Martin that said Dusty singing to Gaston from Beauty and the Beast.
Martin.
No one's slick as LeBron. No one's quick as LeBron. No one's neck is incredibly thick as LeBron. That's good. And then I also liked Klima's Lid, who had a riot at his first Nasty Bash. Mm-hmm. BYOF. Bring your own fish to Nasty Bash 27. I think that's
I have to go with the fish. It's
I think it's the fish.
Yeah.
I agree.
And the idea of bringing fish next year is really got me
hilarious.
going. Yeah.
You know somebody's going to bring a fish to the Nasty Bash next year.
Oh, yeah.
Then you ask the staff to fry it up.
Weren't you supposed to do a fishing example?
Yeah.
You talked your way out of that, eh?
Yeah, I did. But
Fergie had a rod and everything.
But it was an ice fishing
rod. I don't know what.
Oh,
so I had the idea of you going to the toilet and doing a tutorial.
Oh, so it was an ice fishing rod.
Yeah, you don't really cast those.
No, Fergie again.
You
add
those
it to
just
the list
sit.
for things Fergie dropped the ball
I gotta
on.
write that into the song too.
No, that's not on him.
I got
early curfew, no fish,
early curfew.
Bad
You
fishing
won the
rod.
meat draw.
But
we also learned today that the Nasty Bash hit 105 decibels.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That was really big. And what am I writing here? Oh, ice rod.
Mm-hmm.
Thought it was a nice rod, but it was an ice rod.
And doing the meat draw with not every
meat draw, not everybody was there. No fish.
Controversy.
Left early. There's lots to get to from this one. I'll work everything from the day in.
Perfect.
Including the flood at my place. And the flood
at
Trev's
somebody else's place.
All right. What are we watching tonight?
Hey, Jays, we were fading the Jays, right? That's what
we're
we're
already
doing.
fading
That's
the Jays.
name of the game right now. Jays,
Yeah.
Red Sox tonight. Hey,
We hate
Scherzer,
those guys.
Happy birthday to him, 42 years young.
Scherzer's back?
He's on the bump tonight.
Uh-oh.
So there you go.
We got it. Actually, it was minus 133. They moved it to minus 118. We're on the Nationals to win minus 118. If you'd like to join us in our summer fading of the Jays, minus 118. What else are we watching?
Oh, you can watch the Chore Draft tonight.
Chore Draft,
on our,
7 o'clock. Tam and I are watching Dutton Ranch. Probably get into another episode of that later tonight, hopefully. It's good. If you like Yellowstone, Dutton Ranch is pretty good. Beth and Rip, what can you say? Trev, what are you watching right now? You got any sweet shows going?
No, I got nothing, man.
What?
Nothing.
You're just sitting there watching, playing TV?
I've just been watching the Jays lose.
Oh, God, that's gross.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's really tough.
Yeah.
Makes me sad for you, actually.
That's been a tough one. Dylan Cease was awesome, though. He's been great. Saturday was pretty sick.
We're going to get you back to... Who's on the hangout today?
Dahmer and Zach.
Dom's in?
Yeah.
I love a Dom hangout.
Evan, Dom, and Zach and Maddie on the hangout. That's going to be a good one from 9 to 11. Send in all your questions. This is what they should do. Maddie, you should do this on the Nasty Chat today. If you have any questions about Hernan, send them in so Dom can give you the correct answers. They'll get to that coming up. We're going to get you back to some rock over on 95.7. We've got Smells Like Teen Spirit from a band known as Nirv Ana. Nirv Ana coming up on 95.7.
It's Nirvana.
No, it's Nirv.
Nirvana. There should be like an umlaut above the second N.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because I said Nirv Ana. And what'd you say?
Nirvana.
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 Like Enya.
Yeah. Eastern European. You should
Makes
check
sense.
them out. Yeah.
Yeah, I never heard of them.
6 people. 2 keyboards.
They won a contest to get there. Yeah. All right, that's gonna do it for us. We'll be back tomorrow morning. Cree Tuesday should be a lot of fun. Stick around for the hangout. If you listen over on 95.7, get on TuneIn, get on iHeart, get on EdmontonSportsTalk.com, get on YouTube, and check us out for the rest of the day over there. For YouTube Trev, Lieutenant Eric, I'm Dustin Nielson. Take it easy.